Hello, and welcome back to 999. Oh man, last time. Last time we made it to the, and I'm gonna assume that everyone that's here is okay with spoilers. I made it to the end of the first, or A ending. And now we have to save Clover from this room. Okay, calm down. You were literally yelling at me like a week ago. What is this? Ethanol. Okay. 9 on the right. A lot of little red lights. Red lights. Ah, there are a lot. I wonder. Nothing in there. Yeah, what's going on? Man, this is always so intense. Oh, really? Interesting. We need a key, it looks like. Yeah, how do we turn it on? Alright, there's a lot of stuff here. Sorry, I forgot to narrate. I don't know how we could use any of these. Well, I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? One on top. I think it's a power cable. Power cable, huh? I'll take that. A lot of red. Handrail, not gonna do so much. We can connect. Huh? I can't use it. What's wrong? Well, this cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. Oh my gosh, that's the worst. It's not gonna fit, what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. That's right. Well, that's annoying. Let's see, there's a clock. Handle the clock and stop moving. The clock may stop, but time goes on. No time to screw around. We need to figure out a way out of here. It looks like this door is the exit. The door on the right just goes to the laboratory. Nope, this door doesn't go anywhere. No dice, it won't open. That's about as much as I expected. I don't think Zero lets out of the room quite that easily. Chill, girl. Cardboard box, paper, stuff. What's in the boxes? Look quite full. As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes of some kind of experience, but it's really technical and stuff I don't really get. Keyhole. This looks like a key over the activation key. We don't have an activation key yet. Antisepsis. Oh. There's an anhydrous ethanol. Anhydrous? Is that different from the regular ethanol? Come on, it's common enough. Anhydrous ethanol is a powerful cleaner. It can even erase marks left by permanent markers. Whoa. Let's see. Red light on this, but that means it's locked. If we can get the turn green, maybe we can get Clover back. I'm just wondering. Girl, there might be other... There might... Okay, well, you're not doing anything to help. Okay, what can we do? That's all there was in that. Paper, we can't hit those. We've got the power cable without the 2-prong plug. It can't be connected. Okay. Keyboard, mouse. Okay, we can't do anything else there. I don't know what this cable's going to do. Okay, one side of this thing is in the room with us. The other extends to the laboratory where Clover is. In other words, the console in front of us is connected to the device in the laboratory. Oh, okay, okay. So I feel like I need a 2-prong cable. What? I gotta open the door, huh? Hey, what is that? It's a rack. There are a bunch of cables on it. Somebody cut the outer stuff of the cables. I can see the wires inside. I don't know what kind of table it is, but part of it's all black. There's a pen light over there. I think so. I probably used the table black. Well, if they only use the pen on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover, you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker? Erasing from a permanent marker on? Huh, just give me a minute, Clover. I'll be right back. Oh, I have to go to the bars. Clover, use this ethanol. You should be able to wipe out that permanent ink with it. What am I gonna wipe with? Oh, well, your clothes, of course. Haha, just kidding, just kidding. Please don't look at me like that, you're scaring me. Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Use? Huh? Soak it in the ethanol and then use it to wash all the stuff with the permanent marker, okay? Right, okay. So I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. Well, she's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. She's ready to actually ask her to get to work on that stuff on the table. Wonder what this is. Thing looks like a voltmeter. This is the control for that? God, so many dials. Why don't you try turning one of them? Nothing. No power here, guys. I turned the dial once, but you never turn all the switches on, nothing happens. Wonder what they washed here. These are really weird colored stains all over the sink. The wrap cables. What is it called? Methyl and Junpei, it's working. It's wiping the permanent ink off, huh? Some kind of weird drawing over all the permanent ink. What's the deal with the drawing Clover? Maybe I should ask her to get a look at the table. I don't know what this is. There are a bunch of numbers and some kind of grid. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and a notebook, right? Could you write those numbers down and hand them to me through the bars? Okay, roger. It's an experimentation table. There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. Hey, Clover, how are the power cables over there? Huh? What do you mean? Does the plug got 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go. I guess she doesn't have to kind of crouch on you to look under there. Cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of those little metal things. What does that mean? That's it. Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over here? Okay, but, well, I can unplug it. But it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you. Damn, so good then. Well, how about just the plug? What? Plug? Well, you know, like a connector? It's sort of a thing that makes a plug with the 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies. Still useless? Not useless. Not useless at all. That's just what we were looking for. Okay. You know, on for a little bit. Back down she goes. Alright. Unplugged. I have to deal with the bars, okay? Here, Junpei. I wrote down all the numbers from the desk on here. Paper with numbers on it acquired. Your materials man to the boss. Here you go. The 2-prong fail. Thanks! Okay, put the 2-prong plug into that. Add the power cable. And we're good to go. Alright. Oops. Let's look at... Oops. Let's look at Clover's notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting, interesting. Wonder if this will have anything to do with it. Alright, I've got the 2-prong power cable in my hand. I'm pretty sure this will work. Under the desk I go. And let's just plug this thing into the monitor. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. Never know until you try. Pretty optimistic. Junpei pushed the button on the front of the monitor.
Oh, that worked.
Just how come it turned on. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began to scroll across the screen. He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this.
It's running on its own?
It certainly looks like it.
Isn't that kinda weird?
What?
Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in. So, why is it working?
Maybe it's a wireless display.
Really, this was a reasonable explanation to Lotus.
A wireless display?
Yes, it connects to your computer wirelessly. Hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei?
He most really had not,
is that
but...
normal?
Yes, at least where I worked.
Oh.
Oh, it stopped.
Pass with a colon.
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Again? There must be a hint around here somewhere.
Could you go take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it. What are you going to do?
I'll see if I can do something about this on my own.
On your own?
Yep, on my own.
Lotus?
Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself down on it in front of the keyboard. For a second, she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, and twisted her back, left, and right.
All right. Let's kick some ass.
Is she like a programmer or something? Oops. I kicked my garbage can. Thankfully, it didn't fall over. Lotus smiled or something, rubbed her hands together and anticipated. Then, before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at an incredible speed. The click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire.
Wait, what?
She was for once at a loss.
Didn't expect
for words.
that, did you?
Of course I didn't. You're typing so fast. I can't even see your fingers.
It's because you're not looking. Okay, does this look like... This does not go down to keyboard. Does this look like it goes down to the keyboard? I don't know. I don't know.
What kind of job do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
Why?
Oh, it's
Huh?
blinked.
Oh, it was just something.
Cybersecurity, huh? She stopped typing for a moment and her face fell.
I see.
This was not an avenue of question to be pursued, Junpei realizing quickly shut his mouth. Closing finger began to move again, and in a few seconds they were back up to speed. As she typed more letters and symbols, and nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen.
What are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack is... Well, the short version is that I just attack the thing head on. The long version?
Not looking up her son to begin to
A brute
explain.
force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly, but given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do.
Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed a key. Thank goodness we have her. Junpei couldn't help but feel a little odd.
But back to what we were talking about earlier.
What were we talking about?
The wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you, all right?
Okay.
So you enter 1 + 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
No? Not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 + 1?
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here.
What's up, Quando? This
And they
is a
might
great
investigate
game.
the
I hope you're
hardware
doing well,
inside.
Quando.
Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear.
You're doing well.
Therefore,
Good.
it must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that, because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
Well, let's continue to type. Junpei scratches his
So,
head.
what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really.
Unstops, I'll let you decide that.
It's just, I thought maybe, what if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Huh?
Okay.
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A
Yeah.
scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease. Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. See? Doesn't it sound the same? Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought
Okay.
processes actually occur somewhere else, in a main body. We just don't know it. We never even think about it.
Are you saying we're all like bees? We're all connected to a queen?
Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications, we can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
Junpei didn't say anything. Not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument just seemed silly, and he was a little surprised to be hearing something like that. Like it from someone like her.
The brain is just an output device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else. That's just crazy talk.
Yeah, they really are, Quando. I agree. Did Lois really think that, he wondered? It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre cultist religion.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia.
Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lois
If memory
continued.
is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
Huh.
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight, too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
Wait a minute. What?
He knew what aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV, but Blindside was easy enough to guess. He never heard the word prosopagnosia before.
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
Lois spun around in her chair and looked at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook
No.
his head.
What is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other
Oh.
words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours. So they
Interesting.
can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No. No, I don't think so. Well, you've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same, even though they've obviously got faces. It's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them will learn to identify different monkeys eventually. But you or I couldn't, unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart. But that's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
Prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed.
Junpei just missed that as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head.
What were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Adult.
Not funny.
Lois just smiled at something rather masochistic
It's
to
nothing
it.
more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
As she spoke, Lois raised her right arm high, part on the enter key.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
I certainly did. And let's see what we got.
Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession. Then a line of numbers appeared, blinked and disappeared. The screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
Piece of cake.
Lois would clearly put herself on the back if it would not have made her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with 9 squares arranged in a 3x3 square. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is weird. How would, if you put any random combo of people in here, they didn't have her skill set, how the heck would you ever figure this out? That's really odd to me.
The screen changed again. What the hell is that?
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
Suddenly Lotus stood up.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do any more. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing. So, there's nothing more I can do. Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei.
What?
Let me take a break, all right? I did my part.
Well...
I wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, people thought.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Lotus.
No problem. And make sure you know when you should thank people.
Now, I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else.
He crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. Hold on. When I press one of the panels, it colors on the next one switch. Oh, it looks like there's some text here. All panels green equal and Y. Restriction, no more than 4 attempts. In other words, I have to get all the panels in less than 4 attempts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got it. I solved it. Did you hear a noise just now? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking. Where did it come from? That's so odd. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I see what happened. Hey, these lockers are open. Look, Junpei. Lights on the lockers are green. You must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. What's in here? Keys? I'm clicking the keys. There's more than one key here. This one is small. It looks like some sort of machine. And there's the Earth symbol on it. I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole on a door in ADAC. Well, if that's the case, you probably don't need the Earth key right now. Alright, Earth key. I'll just click you away deep in my pocket. Now for the other key. The activation. It was just the moment you heard our voice behind him. It was Clover.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
He put the puzzle aside in the moment and walked over to Clover.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Hmm?
No, Keeper. I think you're thinking of Lotus.
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right? Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Huh?
Why is she asking me this, Junpei wondered. The more I thought about her, the more it made sense. I think having been gone for a long time. Clover was quite attached to her brother. Of course she would have been worried about him.
Let me think.
He thought back to when he'd gone through door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something that would help her. However...
Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that. That's about it.
Okay.
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm?
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if... Is Snake, I mean, was he born...
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
The music is intensifying. I was gonna say, Keeper, Junpei is the main
he wasn't
character.
born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He
Aw.
couldn't see after that. And
Shoot.
his arm.
His arm?
I know his left arm.
Yeah. My brother's left arm is... it's not like a normal person's arm.
Yes, okay, alright, so this is, in the previous, our first playthrough, we learned that, like, if the body we found, the left arm had a bone sticking out. We mentioned that offhanded to Clover and Ruben.
It's fake. It's not a real arm. The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
So, the body in the door 3 is not Snake's.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Talking about our brother, I clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei
Look,
nodded.
I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
It's not that.
Clover only shook her head. Walked up down the stairs. This key, the shape makes it Seems like it goes into the machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Okay, the monitor's on, and it's full of letters. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. Yeah, that keyboard's not doing squat. Anything going on in here? Junpei, this thing is here on now. Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Did you like play with it a little? Okay, yeah, I'll turn this dial here. Turn, turn, turn. Oh, I don't think it's working. Nothing happened. Maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. Wire, a whole bunch of cables. The rack, there's some cables. Copper wire. Something sticking out of the mannequin's head like wired or something. What the hell were they doing in there? I shall find out. They were doing experiments on humans, probably. Oh man, now she looks sad. Increase the voltage? Roger, we'll do. Okay, I'm gonna call it the max voltage. Max voltage? Hey, wait, Clover. Oh, shit. Well, what? I think, oh my god. Mannequin's head. Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. Oh, what the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate them immediately. Wait, did it unlock? Stupid, look at the light. Yeah, it's green. Emergency to activate and disable the light. Now I can save Clover. Stupid, come on, kid, jump. She's safe. Oh man, that's like a serious business. I'm gonna close this door again, I think. Clover, are you okay? Are you hurt? Cough, cough. Damn, just coming to as hard as you came, talk. Of course it's not alright. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead. Sorry. Going as fast as I could. Here's what you can do is later. Right away, we need to get the hell out of here. Or was I going to stay in that room forever? Oh, good. Goodness gracious, we found it. Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out of the laboratory, slamming the door shut behind them.
Whew, thank God we got out of there.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, yeah.
All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest and his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clean air, and with each one he could feel his body begin to calm
All right,
down.
let's go.
Okay.
They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Before long, they found a few new doors, but all of them were locked.
Damn, none of these open. They're all locked.
How about that one?
The final door sat in a corner of the hallway.
Let's hope this is the door with the prize.
Junpei grabbed the door handle, was about to pull it open when a voice cried out behind him. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. There was no doubt that voice belonged to...
Jumpy!
Huh?
Spun around. There, at the other end of the hallway, Junpei saw human figures running toward him. 3 of them.
June? Santa! 7!
He stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions, gasping for air.
What are you guys doing here?
What? But we didn't...
Before he could finish,
Hey
Clover spoke.
guys, could you come take a look at this?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. Preston ran over to her, curious as to what she found.
On the wall.
A map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7. And... Door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
In fact,
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
true. Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. This leads to...
As she looked more closely, the surprising excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh.
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well go.
Yeah.
As one, they all moved back toward the door Junpei only a moment ago
Oh,
began to open.
almost forgot. We should keep this.
Pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall, put it in his pocket, followed the others. Dude, he's got like 5 keys, 3 maps. He's got a lot of stuff in his pocket. He took hold of the door, spoke without looking back at the
Ready?
other 5.
I'm gonna open it.
They nodded their silent assent. With deep breath, Santa threw open the door. Now, we've already seen this before, so I'm kind of just seeing if there's any extra dialogue before I move on. Pour through the doorway into the room without even looking around. Each one of them knew where they were. Oops.
We're back. In the hospital room.
Okay, we're not quite there yet. Ooh, we can go down this path. Kinda, oh, this will be interesting.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and
Correct.
then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked door.
Yes, he looked like anyone might, only after just waking up, but seeing his brain was working as well as ever. He managed to grasp his hand and
At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
They shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough. Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating. Here.
Whoa.
Nice catch.
Jeez.
Got it. There's a key
I
already.
see. So this is
Had to be the Jupiter symbol.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that, all right?
Yeah, on it.
Well, I've got something for you too then. Here, it's the Saturn key card. We found it in the kitchen. I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Yeah. On.
With that, she pressed Jupiter's hand. He felt slightly less
So
about
how
it.
many unused keys do we have now?
There's the Earth key we found in the laboratory. The Jupiter key you just gave. And the Saturn key card from Lotus. I'll keep them safe.
Jupiter tucked the new keys in his pocket.
The
Green spoke up.
Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs,
Wait!
They're the first words anyone heard of Thor in some quite some time. Her faces, they weren't going to be
What
very happy
about
with
door
us.
3?
look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. Just leads back to the big hospital.
This should, or we had the new one. Okay, so this is all the same stuff at this point. So we now done this. So now I'm going to skip to this. Because eventually what's going to happen...
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 7 pieces.
So basically, if you don't know what happened, essentially what happens is we go and explore and we find... So a team goes through door 3 to check on stuff, and then 2 other teams go to check out the new places with the keys. And what we find is that there's a door in a lower deck than when the ship flooded, because the ship is flooded at one of the decks. We could go below that and find a door. There's another door that we found, and then there was a third door somewhere else. Now they're trying to figure out where to go next on the doors. So I can go in one of 2 directions. I think this is door 6, and likely the door I'm gonna choose, because I'm very interested. I want to do this path, but I wanna. Here's what I want to do. I'm guessing I'll have to do a third playthrough. My plan is I'm going to go down door 3, do this, and get to here. This is the only ending I've gotten, Quando. If you want to know what it is, this is the, well, I'll just say, if you're watching this, you didn't catch up on my playthrough so far.
Just double checking, but everyone wrote their code
mute
name
for
and
like
the door
5
number
seconds.
they want, right?
3, 2, 1. Okay, so that ending is when Santa holds June at gunpoint and forces Lotus and Ace through, and then they go through door 9, and then we have to find out what's in the coffin, but we don't have the hints.
Yes, just like you told us
Which
earlier.
I'm guessing means that we're gonna get info later on, and somehow gonna do some weird thing where we're actually gonna know what the code is.
Can't believe we're voting here.
Why have they decided to vote that
We
way?
need to make the whole thing fair. Blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know. Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
They decided it wasn't fair to simply ask everyone at once. That would allow people to force others to go
Yeah,
through
yeah,
certain doors.
quiet in the peanut gallery.
He had a plan. It wasn't a plan he wanted anyone catching wind of. However, he did his best to act calm as he began to open and read
All
the
right,
pieces of paper.
let's open the.
By
First
the
one
way,
says,
Ace catches on.
Ace requests door.
Yes, I do.
No, we don't. Next is Santa.
Yeah.
Clover wants one.
There's no.
No, there'd be no.
But
Just give it up. It's not like I want.
I am not an.
Barely.
So.
Maybe. Nobody wants to have to.
Oh, I'm gonna.
They don't like each other.
Oh, not
Let's go!
Junpei.
Right. June wants doors.
Yes, I don't.
So this was it. Ace and Clover requested door 1.
We've already gone through that door.
7 and Lotus requested door 2.
We have not gone through that door.
Santa and June requested door 6. Then the door I should choose. Okay, I want to go through.
So, just so you all know, we know that canonically speaking, Junpei said he put in door 6 originally and then swapped them out. So I'm gonna go through door 6. So I think door 2 is gonna lead to that other ending. So I'm gonna do
I
door
want to go
6.
through door 6.
Junpei flipped open the piece of paper. It read, Junpei door 6. Of course it did. He'd written it after
That's
all.
a problem.
She spoke barely above a whisper, but they all knew what she
None of these
said.
teams will be able to go through the doors they want.
Clover and I chose door 1.
Lotus and I chose door 2.
That's not enough people to open a numbered door, however.
The digital routes don't match up either.
We've got similar problems. Junpei and I want to go through door 6, but our digital route is 5. If we're gonna open that door, we need a 1.
Damn, what are we gonna do now?
What are we going to do?
Junpei crossed his arms and did his best to put his thoughts in order. The others followed suit, but with little result. Eventually, Clover broke the silence.
Why don't 7 and Lotus go through door 1 with me?
Her face was cold and flat, as was her voice, but her logic was sound. 7 and Lotus looked back at each other. 7 plus 8 plus 4 did equal 19. That would be a digital root of 1. First problem resolved. They
What
spoke
about
up.
me?
Isn't that obvious? Wasn't one of the teams just complaining that they didn't have a 1?
You mean I should join Santa's team?
Yes.
Clover nodded, her face still cold and emotionless. Her attitude and posture could not have been more different than the energetic girl only a few hours before, probably because she thinks her brother's dead. But no one seemed ready to contradict her. Her response was understandable given the horrible situation in which she had found herself, but even so,
I understand. I'll go through door 6 then. If we do as Clover has suggested, we can all pass through a numbered door and no one will be left behind. This seems to be the most reasonable solution.
7, Lotus. What do you guys think?
I don't have a problem with it.
Me either.
All right then, we're good to go.
See you later.
Wait, Clover! Don't move on your own!
Oh, I'll be going too then.
Yeah, be careful.
We should get going as well.
at last, Junpei and the other 6 had managed to separate themselves into 2 teams. Clover, 7, and Lotus headed to A deck where door 1 was near the main staircase. Junpei, June, Ace, and Santa, however, took the elevator to E deck. The ride to E deck was a silent one.
This is E deck.
There should be a door at the end of the hall.
All right, let's go.
Santa word jolted them to action. They stepped out of the elevator into a long, straight hallway. Before long, they arrived in front of door 6.
Here it is.
Hi, Don.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Then let's get to it.
Now, what we know from ending the first ending we got is Santa's gonna be a jerk. The door opened, and all at once the 4 of them leapt through it.
Hey, I found it! It's right there!
Fortunately, the dead was located easily enough. This one had been placed quite close to the door they'd entered through. They gathered around it quickly and hurriedly placed their palms on the authentication one by one.
It stopped.
Yes, it stopped.
The countdown had ceased, but Jupiter's heart was still pounding in his chest like a frantic, thunderous drum. It felt as though a snake itself up and out of his throat.
I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
You got that right. Once I'm out of this hellhole, I'm taking a nice long vacation.
I agree.
With that, the doom and gloom from before was done, and the mood turned
All right,
lighter.
let's go.
With that sense of good humor, Jupiter took a deep breath and began to walk. Now, if I recall correctly, June and Santa were together at door 6, so maybe they did the whole... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
This door looks heavy.
But it's not locked. I'm opening it.
They go to the bar that served as a doorknob and shove it down. The room beyond stopped him in his tracks. It was gargantuan and made entirely of metal. None of the accents of the wood or tile he'd seen in the rest of the ship. This room was purely functional, utterly
Whoa,
tremendous.
what the hell is this?
Santa got a few words before awe stole the rest of them. The rest were too stunned to offer any more than
This has to be the
gasps.
biggest room so far. The ceiling is pretty high, too.
Huh. Could be 2 stories. Maybe even more.
This space could be utilizing the entire length of the ship.
What's that huge Kamaboko-looking building in the middle?
June pointed to the massive building in the center.
Kamaboko? Well, I guess that's as good of a description of it as any.
Jupiter and the others were standing on a scaffolding that crisscrossed the whole area. The proper term was catwalk, Jupiter thought. Oh, that didn't seem particularly...
I see stairs, so we may as well head over to them.
Yeah, but this section's barely wide enough to fit one person.
You're right.
Nearby was a long iron staircase that made its way eventually to the floor beneath them.
Whoa, you can't even tell the shape when you're this close.
Let's check out the other side, too.
They moved toward the opposite side of the massive building following the catwalk. They hadn't said much as they walked, but as they approached the building, instantly
This
slowed
looks
down.
to be the steam engine room.
The steam engine room?
Yes, that thing that looks like a cross-section of a mushroom is the boiler. Do you see the 3 round doors near the bottom? Coal is put into those and burned, which heats the water, producing steam. The same thing that drives a steam engine. This one is simply somewhat larger.
I see.
Don, you're great, by the way. I hope you're doing well.
It doesn't appear to be running right now.
The entire room was silent as
All right,
as the
let's
grate.
split up.
And all of a sudden, Jupiter heard a noise behind him. He turned, just in time to see June collapse to her knees.
Hey, what's wrong? Are you all right?
He dashed toward her and wrapped his arms around her shoulders to steady her.
Hey, June.
Then that he
Junpei.
noticed.
You... Oh, you're really warm. Is your fever coming back?
Yes. Yes. It probably is.
Did you really? I don't think I knew that. Congrats on the PB.
But I'm fine. Please, don't worry about me.
Fever. 23, let's go. Wait, her fever came back. We didn't know about this at the last store.
I just need to rest. And I'll be fine.
Her voice was weak and forced, and it said a great deal more than her words did.
Here, sit down. Careful.
She carried her to the nearest wall and propped her up against it. She let her head fall back against the wall as if she no longer had the strength to support it and drew a ragged breath.
Thank you.
Her eyes were empty as if she was having trouble focusing them, and even speaking seemed difficult for her. Cooper felt his hand ball itself into a fist and clenched tight his knuckles when he had to find a way out, and quickly. He turned, looked at Ace and Santa,
Ace,
and turned.
Santa.
Yes.
Right.
Might not have shared the depth of his emotion, but they certainly shared his
All right.
concern.
Let's get started. Hang in there, June. I'm gonna get you out of here real soon.
Here's what I'm scared of, though. Here's the thing. In Zero's instructions, everyone has to participate. So I am a little concerned about this. She managed a small knot before leaning it back to rest her head on the wall. With 338 nugs, oh, you got some time saved. Yeah, you just got a little bit of time saving buttons. Alright, this is getting concerning. I'm not gonna look at the... Okay, this is a big room. I don't know, it goes all the way across the ship. Square hole, nothing in here. Back walls, 3 small slots, terminals, so some sort of connector perhaps. I mean, you think we're supposed to plug something in here? Perhaps. Golden gear. Doesn't look like it was always golden like this. Well, then I imagine it was prepared especially for this game. Gear is rusty but sturdy. The belt over there must deliver the coal, which is then picked up and thrown into this door. The pier is welded shut. Silver gear. Is it made of pure silver? No, wait, silver's way too soft to use for gear. It's gotta be a steel or iron gear and coated with silver. Ugh. You have to call it silver gear then. Nah, but I think someone could probably carry it. Oh. Wait, is it bronze? Huge bronze gear. Okay, this has to be for it. So we have a gold, bronze, and silver gear. A pair of wooden boxes here. There is nothing in them. Okay, it's some kind of snowman secret meeting. There's just bags full of sand. Use them as a counterweight when you're lifting up like a pulley system. Man, you're too serious. Oh, I'm guessing these go into the boxes. I doubt a single boiler that lets you actually move like a ship at any reasonable speed. You need at least 3 or 4 of these. So you know a lot about boats. Well, not really, just common sense, you know. Here. You're saying if we did something somewhere else, it would respawn? Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Okay. This is the door we came through. First of the massive weather. Even a building built for another building. Yeah, this is crazy. A. Circular wheel. It's noisy but opens. It's fully pitch black. We should go in there. Alright. So let's go. This looks like the door we went through. Where are we? On the other side, which puts us barely above the conveyor belt. We should keep moving. There's a great deal where we have to investigate. A whole bunch of boxes you can't get through. Catwalk. It looks like there's some scaffolding. That's a pipe. The bond connects with the conveyor belt. The coal must come out of this pipe onto the conveyor belt. In other words, there must be a great deal of coal in that pipe. A hand-operated winch, but it doesn't look like there's any way to operate it. That means the wheel isn't attached. The stairs right down for you on the other side of these boxes. You have an excellent memory. Use that ground map to tell you that way you won't get lost. Oh. The wheel spin. What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Gosh! Wah, 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 wah. Good job, genius. You broke it. I didn't break it. It broke all by itself. Got the wheel. Well, let's see if it fits. Oh, oh. Hey, it's perfect. Like they're made for it. I'm not sure you'll good. I'll be able to turn it. Good work, Junpei. We're gonna haul up the wooden box now. You see the wooden box that's under the catwalk. You can see it. It's hanging in the rope, isn't it? It looks like there's some sort of device in the bottom. I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, let's turn the wheel. Count on you. Okay. It only turns to the left. It only turns to the left. That means we can't reel up the rope. Yeah, we can only let the rope down. Interesting. I think that will be a problem. We simply need to go downstairs and land the wooden box down.
I believe the box has reached the floor.
Yeah.
He stuck his head out on the side of the catwalk and looked down. The box had only recently hung just below the catwalk, now set on the floor. I come to a rest near the end of the tunnel. They covered the conveyor
June's
belt.
down over by there.
You could see her learning against the walls that she could barely have the strength to sit up. Even from so far away, it was nothing that she had not improved. Also, you could see heat rising from her body.
She doesn't seem to be improving.
Ace's expression was inscrutable, but he said what they'd all been thinking.
Well, of course not.
Hi, Elise.
She's not gonna just get better right away.
Glad you're
you know?
enjoying the VODs.
It'll take time.
No worries if you can't stay. Let's see. We tried desperately to convince us that what he said was true.
What could be causing this, I wonder? Illness, perhaps?
Nah, it's gotta be exhaustion.
Santa's response was confident.
She gets
and certain.
dropped into some weird-ass ship, forced to play some messed-up game. If you think about it, it's a lot weirder that we aren't freaking out just like her, you know?
So you're saying we're abnormal?
Yeah. We're just running around this room, solving all these puzzles like it's just business as usual. How the hell could you call that normal? We're just guinea pigs.
Santa snorted in
guinea pig.
disgust.
You mean like a lab rat? You mean we're being used for some sort of experiment? Is that what you're saying?
Dunno. But it does seem like a possibility, you know?
An experiment. They stood there for a few more minutes, no one speaking until Santa turned and walked away from the winch. Jubilees followed him. There was an experiment here 9 years ago.
Speaking of experiments,
Santa suddenly stopped.
there was this experiment some scientists did with rats. First, they took a squarish C-shaped tank and filled it with enough water that the rats could drown in it. The tank has 2 exits. Just to make it easy, we'll call one A and the other B.
Okay, so there's all these. By the way, Junpei, here's a really weird thing that I know. I'm gonna share with you out of nowhere.
Exit A is pitch black, so dark even a rat can't see anything. But exit B is electrified, which means the rat can't leave through it. So, what would a rat do if it was put in this situation? Which exit would the rat
I guess
choose?
so, Dark Bro. I guess so. It almost sounds that the Santa posed the question and Ace responded.
B, of course. The rat has no way of knowing that exit B is electrified.
Exactly. The rat goes to exit B. Of course, like I said, it's electrified, which means the rat can't get out that way. So, after a lot of trial and error, the rat finally finds exit A.
I can't say that's very interesting or relevant. It's simply the story of a laboratory experiment.
You're right. It isn't very interesting. Yet. See, these scientists repeated this experiment over and over, using hundreds of different rats over several generations. This produced some surprising results. With each generation, the rats took less time to find the correct exit. Eventually, a rat was put in the tank who instantly chose exit A without even attempting to go to exit B. But that
What?
wasn't the most impressive part. The same experiment was conducted in another laboratory, far from the original one, with the same results.
Dude, this is going back to the whole, like, the crystals. Like, the one didn't do it, but then it did, and then all of them did.
No, on
What is
second
going
thought,
on
the
here?
results weren't really the same. The rats in this second experiment began the trials with significantly faster times than the first rats in the initial one. These rats weren't related to the others and had never even come in contact with them. And yet,
What?
they all easily found their way to exit A as though they already knew.
Everything's
What
connected.
did it mean?
Are you suggesting something like telepathy? They were passing information to one another through some undetectable medium?
Okay, hold on. We've come across these themes a lot. And I wonder if we're gonna use telepathy to solve all the endings. If the game is trying to say, alright guys, it would be BS for the game to work out in certain ways, but we're gonna make multiple endings and somehow it's gonna all make sense because of telepathy. What if there are multiple, what if this is going on in multiple places and then we're gonna
How the
communicate
hell
with
would
each
I
other?
know? I'm not any kind of scientist. I don't know what made him do that, but I do know that story's true. And if you've got another explanation, I'd sure love to hear it. Come on, let's get going. There's still a lot here we haven't checked out. And we gotta get the hell out of here before June passes out.
So waiting for a response, he turned around and started walking. Junpei, however, wasn't quite ready to leave the top.
Hey,
of the
wait.
log.
There's something I want to ask you.
What?
Santa stopped.
Why did
turned
they
around.
use that tank for the experiment?
Huh?
Well, I mean, it seems like you could conduct the same experiment without the water. They could have just used a dry box, you know? If they needed to motivate the rats to escape, they could have, I don't know, put some bait by exit B or something. I mean, do they really have to make it so the rats can drown?
Santa gave a grim bark.
You
and a
know,
laugh.
the word emergency comes from the same root as the word emerge. You ever think about that?
Huh?
Well, an emergency is something urgent, often something dangerous. And to
Yeah.
emerge means to sort of come out, or appear, or rise out of something else. So what's going to emerge in an emergency? Inspiration.
Inspiration?
Yeah. Think about it. When the chips are down, either you crack or your mind focuses and pulls up what you need.
So in an emergency, your real potential emerges. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's why the rats had to drown. They had to be in danger. There had to be an emergency for inspiration to emerge.
Based on what we know, it's possible that Clover, the experiment she and Snake were in it, and that Santa was also in it. Junpei felt cold. The back of his head was aching, his stomach felt strange. Oops. I actually didn't want to see that. Hey, it's a control panel for something. Oh. Perhaps this thing? Maybe this holds where the control panel goes. Oh, I didn't find out. Aha. Dude, you did it. Everything looks alright. Okay, but what are we to do now? Why don't you press the button next to it? The orange one? Yes. Alright, I'll do it. All sorts of lights are lighting up this thing. Oh yeah, it's something turned on. What happened? Stupid, the conveyor belt moving. The conveyor belt. Oh, he hasn't done moving now. There's a bunch of coal on the belt, though. Looks like a bunch of it got dumped off near the end of the belt into that wooden box you got at the control panel. Cool, huh? Now, what can we do with coal? Okay, I know what coal is, at least. Let's see, what can we do with this coal? Am I gonna put it in the boil? I likely want to burn it. So where will I burn? Burn. What am I missing? Don't answer that. Okay, I don't think I need to dump the coal. Let's go back down to the entrance. Did you just say the coal is black? What am I missing? What's this? Must unlock the door to the left. The weird identification at the top. The insert zone? Yeah, I would imagine so. Ah, this is the exit. They all have to do with the gears. Moving that didn't do anything, so that's the door to go back. What can I use this for? I mean, burn, but there's, I mean, did I miss something? It's a furnace. There are 3 doors. Huh. Sorry, hold on. Let me drink some water. And clearly there's something that I have not discovered yet, I think. Let's go back downstairs. Or wait, can I go over here? Support the wall. Okay. I can't do anything else there. So I can do nothing with these. Aha. Alright, that's the last. No more coal. Nothing. Great. Well, I guess we should put that. I would throw coal into a coal furnace. Just explain it to me again. Your plan is stoke the furnace with coal, which will heat the water stored up there and make steam, which will then drive something else. Am I correct? In other words, you want to generate enough pressure with the steam to power the turbine. Drive the steam engine up. Yeah, I guess that's the gist of it. Well, in that case, this isn't enough coal. The furnace is enormous. A hell of a lot more coal than this. Very well, then if the 3 of us work together, we should be able to manage to build it faster. I want to help too. Man, I totally didn't even see her walk up. Are you feeling up to that? Yes. Yeah, right. Feeling like you're one stiff breeze away from falling over, June. I think you better rest some more. But no arguing. You need to rest, so you just stay there, we'll handle this. Okay, I understand. Our time for some manly work. Let's get this coal into this furnace. Man, this is a lot of work. Alright, I think this should be sufficient. Alright, now I gotta light it. Junpei, hand me your matches. What makes you think I have matches? I see. Now I gotta light it. Perhaps there's a device nearby that allows us to remotely ignite the coal. Take a look. The ignition device? Aha, I wonder. Oops. If this is our ignition. I think this is how we might ignite the furnace. That means if we move that thing down... Alright, let's do it. Okay, I'm like rushing. I'm sorry, guys, if you feel like I'm rushing. Here we go. Junpei, Ace, look at this. There's big gears turning near the boiler here. Huh? Hey, the gears are turning. Oh! The gears! They're spinning. What the hell are you guys waiting for? Let's start looking. And then if we take this, put those 3 discs, we'll let me find out. Stick them in. Huh? That's odd. Nothing's happening. Maybe you're, I don't know, putting them in the wrong place? Perhaps you have to face them in the wrong direction? Perhaps you should rotate the disc to make lines stick to one another? Well, no harm in trying. Instructions for operation. When the disc is pressed, it will rotate a certain amount. When the right arrow is pressed, the discs are switched. Please note that when the discs are switched, the angles of the discs are reset. Hold on. First I need to put gold and gold. Nope. The red lines on these discs, I think it might make a star polygon with these. You found it! But June didn't help. Didn't they say in the thing that if you don't help...
Yes! The door's open!
Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was certainly understandable. Ace seemed to share his excitement.
All right, Junpei. Why don't you go get June now? Santa and I will keep an eye on the store.
Santa snorted.
Why do we need to do that? Even if it shuts, we know how to solve the puzzle now. We could just open it again.
Well, I suppose that's true. Shall all 3 of us go and collect June then?
Nah, I'm cool. I'll let Junpei handle it.
Still seemed irritated by something, however, and sat down on the stairs.
So are you only interested in being contrary?
Ace sighed with the air of a long-suffering.
All right, I'll go get June. I'll be right back.
Give a quick nod to Ace and Santa and dash out the stairs. Before long, he was back on the first floor, next to the conveyor belt, and June.
Oh, Jumpy!
They drew closer, she stopped
Are you
slowly.
okay?
He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there was no hiding his genuine concern in his voice.
Yes, I'm fine now. I'm sorry I made you worry.
June blushed. He wasn't sure if he was embarrassed or still
Let me check.
Just make sure he reached out and put his hand against her forehead.
Good. You're feeling a lot better.
She was feeling far less warm than she had earlier, but she wasn't down to what seemed
Are you
normal
sure
to
you're
him.
all right?
Yeah, to be sure. June gave him a look.
Oh, you're such a warrior, Jumpy. Oops, I mean, warrior.
June gave him. He wasn't sure if she'd made a joke or not, but seeing her smile again made Jimmy feel at ease. She was one with the smile laughed, and she was really feeling much better. He gave her a friendly poke in the forehead.
All right, let's go.
Go where?
Oh, right. I didn't tell you. We got the exit open, so...
Great! Let's go!
June clasped her hands and nodded urgently. They headed back on the exit, but on their way they found...
it's...
Santa?
Santa was sitting on the stairs. He was, however, holding something in his right hand and staring at it with a strange expression. Jimmy and June slowed down and finally stopped in
What
front
are you
of him.
looking at?
Santa answered without looking up. His
It's a
voice
photo.
quiet.
It's my sister.
Sister? Santa, you've got a sister?
Santa simply
Yeah.
nodded.
Kid was cute as a button.
Oh. June cocked her head.
She was only
confused.
about an inch tall then?
Santa glared
Oh,
at her.
sorry. I guess an inch is a little large for a button. Probably more like a half inch.
Hmm.
Santa didn't smile or
Sorry.
laugh.
Why are you looking at it?
Simply turned back to his picture and
I was her
spoke.
Santa Claus.
Wait, what?
This sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June and shook her head. She didn't know either.
We didn't have parents. They bought it in an accident when we were still kids, so I had to be like her dad. And that meant that I bought her Christmas presents every year. On Christmas Eve, I'd leave the present next to her pillow, and the next morning she'd come running into my room with this big smile. Look, look, Santa left me a present.
Yeah, June
He
didn't do
got
so
me
good on that
doll I
one, not
really
gonna
wanted.
lie.
I'm so glad he got my letter. She was always so excited. I was the one who told her to write those letters. I'd say, write down something you want and mail it to Santa. The address I gave her was somewhere in Northern Europe that doesn't exist. Anyway, she'd write the letter and stamp it and send it out. And then a few days later, it'd show up back in our mailbox marked address unknown. I'd open the letters before she figured out they'd been sent back. Once I had the letter, I'd go around to a couple stores with some money I'd saved up over the year and buy her the stuff she'd asked for. It took a lot of saving, but I managed to buy her presents every year.
Huh.
Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. There's that ship noise. June looked down, uncomfortable. This is... Either he hadn't heard the sound or didn't care. Santa kept talking. Interesting. So, like, we have an ending. The only ending I've had is him taking June captive. So is his motivation his sister?
But one year, her letter was different. She didn't write a list of toys she wanted or anything like that. Instead, it said, I don't want any presents this year. Instead, I want you to make my wish come true. My wish is that we'll be happy like this for a really, really long time. That was it. Nothing else. But I couldn't make that wish come true. Some Santa I am.
Santa looks sad. Junpei had never seen him look sad before. He wasn't sure he liked it. Junpei decided it was probably best not to ask Santa any more questions.
What
But
happened?
June glanced up at Santa quickly as she spoke. He answered, one with an
She
effort.
died. She was killed 9 years ago.
Wait! Was she the one that died in the experiment? Oh my gosh. Was she the one that Clover mentioned died?
Oh.
An experiment 9 years ago. One girl died. June bit her lip and looked away. Her face was pale.
All right, let's go.
Oh my gosh. Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. Did he participate in the experiment? Does he just know about it because his sister died? He shoved that picture back in his pocket and headed back to the stairs, taking them to...
Huh?
Junpei and June looked at one another. There was nothing they could even think to
Hey,
say.
what are you two doing? Let's get moving, come on!
Santa's voice echoed across the room from
Let's
above
go.
them.
Yeah.
They nodded and followed them quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top. He was leaning against the handrail. He looked very tired.
Oh, you're finally back.
Door had shut, but it wasn't because of cause for...
Sorry we
concern.
took so long.
They quickly solved this puzzle a second time when the door opened.
Let's go.
Single file they walked through. Walking for nearly 15 feet, they found some of the metal door open easily enough. They passed through it as well. New room stretched out before them.
Huh. Is this a warehouse?
No, I believe this is the cargo room. This must be where they store all of this vessel's freight.
There are wooden crates everywhere. I wonder how old they are.
Junpei, Ace, and June had stopped unconsciously pausing to take in their new surroundings. Santa's voice broke through their momentary trance.
Well, we probably ought to start with finding the exit, right? Let's get going.
XLR, gosh dang it. Oh man, music is suspenseful, as always. These crates are quite large. They seem to be tied to one another with sturdy straps. There are a bunch of bags here. I wonder what's in them. Should be sand. Oh. Oh! Why is the ninth man's head on this? What's that? It's a card. It's a headshot on it? A headshot? Yeah, I'm not really sure what person is possibly served. What do you mean it's a ninth man? How crates would shut up. Dude, shut up. That's the ninth man. Okay, we can't do anything with that. Search all. What's up, Sombra? How you doing? Search all the boxes with nothing in them. What's on here? XLR, gosh dang it, she is with us. Did they work on the ship? Why are all our heads on this? I don't care what's in these barrels. Judging by the way, perhaps a liquid of some sort? Oh my gosh. What are you waiting for, Jupe? Whatever, I'm going. Doors, for the moment. Doors, this is the one door. This is the exit. No shit, Sherlock. Doors, it's locked. Electronic lock? No, just the keyhole. Alright, in the doorknob. So open this door, we gotta find the key that fits in the hole. Yeah. Monitor's off. We got a green switch here and a red one. Some kind of lever. None of those seem to be doing anything though. Where's the power off? Yeah, maybe. There's a single green light on the bottom though. That means there are lights here with numbers 1 to 9. Only the light 9 was lit. I think it's covering something. It looks like some kind of little shutter. Maybe it'll open if it do something. It's gonna come out if it does open. Like I know that. Well, there's 6 holes. Probably jacks for a cable phone. Jacks, huh? Maybe let's put something in them. Yeah, something might happen. Eight. Okay, we have everyone's except Lotus's. Alright, but why? I've got a bad feeling about it. I'll go. Please be careful, Sandy. Yeah, but just in case. What's going to do with that screw? I don't see what throwing a screw in the fence. This, oh man, that's electricity running through that fence. Looks like it. We can't go to the other side. Well, we could jump off those crates, but we wouldn't be able to get back. What are you saying, jump? There's a huge electrical current going through that fence. Yeah, you won't be able to get back. Well, if I move the crates over here. You can even move them. What if they weigh too much? What are they gonna do? Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that. This thing doesn't do anything? Okay. Lock. We need the key. All these boxes have numbers on them. Do they? Oh, he's been down and picked something that they've been sitting next to the box. But take a look at this. Cards.
Now we finally have all 9 picture cards. We just need to insert these cards into the slots at the front of each box.
Each of our pictures. Who shows the card in his hands? Ace feet over his shoulder at them.
You know which card goes in which box, yes?
We gave him a
Yeah,
look.
of course I do. It's really obvious. You just match our numbers to the numbers, then you pop the corresponding card in the right box. So for instance, the card with the picture of Ace on it goes into box 1. The card with the picture of Snake on it goes into box 2, and so on.
Oh, I see.
Huh? What is it?
They might have, but you could have sworn Ace stiffened just then. We heard a noise. Spun around just in time to see June collapse.
Hey! June, are you okay?
She did not respond. She spun back around the face of Ace.
I'm sorry, I gotta go check on her. You finished the box thing, alright? Just put the cards in the boxes. I'm counting on you.
Put the cards in the Ace's hands and ran toward June.
Are you alright?
Well,
What
before
happened?
the game's extremely suspenseful. This is my second playthrough, by the way, in case you did not know. June called out to her as she ran.
Can you stand?
Sarah June was climbing her feet with Santa's help.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fine.
Yeah, okay,
I
yeah,
just
you're
tripped.
really fine.
Don't give me that. Now is not the time.
But it's true. I tripped over a box.
Just let me see for a sec.
June put his palm on her
Huh.
forehead.
You're still warm.
Temperature was much the same as it had been the last time we checked. She wasn't hot like she'd been before, but she was still warm. Her fever wasn't completely gone.
I saw her fall. I think she really did just trip on something, you know?
Junpei would have been more willing to agree if June hadn't needed so much help. standing
Still,
up.
to fall down like that? I think she's probably still a little messed up.
June was doing her best to busy herself brushing dust off of her dress. Her smile looked a little embarrassed and her face was a little bit flushed, but she did look a great deal better than she had.
Alright,
Still-
well, let's just get out of here as fast as we can so we can get you to a hospital.
Oh, I don't think it's anything that serious. I just need a little medicine and some sleep, and I'll be fine.
Medicine. Medicine, huh?
You could look, XLR.
Well, if we could get in touch with anyone outside, I'll bet Ace could swing that for you easy.
What?
Ace? Why?
Huh? Don't you know? He's the president of a pharmaceutical company.
Oh, huh? Well, okay.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals is the name, I think.
Cradle Pharmaceutical? Cradle Pharmaceutical. What the frick? How do
Their
you know
flagship
this?
product is an anesthetic drug called Soparil.
Wait, Soparil? Where did we see that before? We've seen this term before.
Soparil. Soparil. I've heard of that before somewhere.
We couldn't shake the feeling that he heard about Soparil before. And I
Soparil.
continued.
It's an
That's a
anesthetic
drug
that's a
he
gas at room
took!
temperature. A lot like how nitrous oxide is.
It's a gas at room. That's how he knew what it was?
It takes only a few seconds to spread, and even a small amount is very effective. A bunch of countries quickly accepted it for widespread use within their police and military forces. It was an effective crowd suppressant and room clearer. It was practical, ethical, and the humane nature of it made it the ideal drug. It's been around for about 6 years. They developed it from the
6
extracts of
years.
several different roots. It became popular almost as soon as it was made public, with many governments placing large orders. Demand for Soparil skyrocketed. And of course, that meant Cradle Pharmaceuticals stock did too.
Was that what was used on us? What if Soparil is what got us here? That's what knocked us out, that gas in the room. Does that mean Ace has something to do? Is Ace just zero?
Why do you know all of this?
Yeah, Sam's information was interesting, but Jubei couldn't help but feel a little suspicious. Sam's reply was blunt.
I
and
heard it from
simple.
the old man himself.
From Ace? When?
By the number 4 door at the central stairway, when we were searching the second class room. Remember how Snake, 7, and you went to door 5? It was back then. I asked him what he did for a living, and he said he ran his own company. After that, we just started talking, and I guess it just came up, you know?
Huh.
Are you worried about something?
No, nothing.
I am. I'm very worried. Seem to be having difficulty with the 9
What the hell is he
boxes.
doing?
Turn back to June and Santa.
June, don't push yourself, alright?
Yes.
Yeah, I am too, XLR. She is collapsing. It's not.
Santa, could you take care of her? I'll go check on Ace. Looks like he's having trouble.
Sure.
Gave them both a short nod, then turned and headed toward Ace.
What are you doing?
Ace was back to as Junpei approached. The older man turned around to look at him. His face was pale and covered
What
in sweat.
happened?
Nothing. My vision has gotten rather blurry, I think, because of fatigue. I can't see very well at the moment.
What can't you see well?
These pictures.
Ace held the cards out to Junpei splayed out in the shape of a fan.
I don't care to admit it, but I may be developing presbyopia. Growing old is a difficult thing.
He made the best as he got a self-deprecating smile, but his face was flashing, his lips were pale and drawn.
At any rate, I'll leave the rest to you. I'm feeling awfully tired, so if you don't mind, I'd like to rest for a bit.
Poor Ace. He shoved the cards into Jupiter's hands and walked quickly away. Jupiter looked at him quizzically.
How could simply looking at cards have tired him out?
Jupiter looked down at the cards in his hands. All the pictures were quite clear, and each person was easily recognized. Was Ace's vision truly smooth?
But if it wasn't, what had made him so uncomfortable?
This picture? That was when Junpei remembered what he'd heard from Lotus much earlier.
Prosopagnosia. Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other
Yeah.
words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours, so they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other.
Oh,
That
does
means
he
that
have
people with prosopagnosia
prosopagnosia?
have trouble recognizing even people they're close
Oh
to.
no.
Maybe he's got prosopagnosia?
Take another look at Ace. The base of the stairs looking quite depressed.
Well, he looks depressed enough to have it.
He really did have prosopagnosia. No doubt he was depressing and a painful experience. Still, Jupiter didn't feel like patting him on the shoulder and telling him everything would be alright. Helped that much. So Jupiter felt perhaps that it was best that he kept Ace's condition, so at least for
Oh,
the
well.
time being. Jeez, doing his best to clear his mind with the task.
Time to solve the 9 boxes puzzle.
9 cards with pictures, 9 boxes. Jupiter stared at them all and then began.
Ace's card is in box 1, Snake's is in number 2. I just need to do the same for the rest. And finally, the 9th man's card into box 9.
All 9 box slips popped up at once.
They opened!
Here
What
inside!
the-
In each box was a single pin.
9 pins?
They looked a little like sewing pins, but much
I guess I'll
thicker.
take them with me.
Jupiter collected them all quickly and shoved them into his pocket. What is this door? Oh, that's a steam engine room. Alright, ones you found in the 9 boxes, well, why don't you try it? See what happens. And 2, 4, and 6 should go in the top part, 3, 5, and 7. 3 and 6. Well, I put 2, 4, and 6, so that would be 6, so yeah, it's just a digital route. Yeah, it's digital route. Yeah, I see. The lights that match the digital route of the pins inserted, not alert parts, that's how it works. Well, there's one other thing I'd like to check. Well, if you want to try it, certainly welcome. So we put the 1, 2, and 3 on the top and 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. Oh, they turned off. 6, 7, 8, so that's 3. If we're like 3, there's 9. If the digital route of the pins you insert is the same as the number, those lights turn on. Yeah, that's the trick. Alright, now we know how it works. You want to give it a try. Wait, you mean we're supposed to do these lights? Well, no, but I figured we could try to see if we could turn them all on. Prism's gonna have an advantage at turn the lights on. Alright, pick one of the 6 holes and pick a pin. Let's see. Let's turn all the lights on. So, digital root of 1. We need 11. 9 pins? Okay, so we need... So what can we get 11 with 3 pins? I need 11. Or wait, no, I need 10. I need 10. So if I did... If I did here. 1, 4, 5. That'll give me 1. Do I have to do all of them at once? Oh, I see. That gives me 1. That means I should probably turn off one of the lights now. I should try to turn off the 9 light and then just turn it back on later. So to do 9, we need to make 8. We can't do. We could make 9 or 18. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, now I need to make a 2 and a 6. Dang it, actually. Okay, so we need to make 2 and 6. I need to make 11. Ideally, I'll make 11, which would just be 5, 4, 2 would be 11. And then can I do 3 pins and make 6 without 2, 4, and 5? Can I make 15? Or, yeah, 8, 6, and 1. So if I do 2, 4, 5, that'll be 11. That'll give me the digital root of 2. If I do, I need 15. Or, yeah, 15? Yeah, so 8, 1 would be 9. This would be 15. Okay, now I need to do 3 and 7. So if I can make 12, if I could do 6, 5, 1 to make 12, then what could I do to make it a 7? I would need 16. Could I do, let's see, 9, or 3 would be, wait, I need, or for 3 it was 6, 5, 1. Let's just do the ones I need, because this is 7, 12, they give me 3, then 7 it would be, I would need a 7, so 16, so 7, or wait, 8, or 2 would be 16. Wait, that's 14, I'm dumb. Sorry, 16, 9, 4, 3. Okay, now I need a 4. Hi, B0. We cannot no backseat. No backseat of any kind. Alright, let's see. 4. Let's see, can we make a 13? 8, 2, 3 would be 13. Then can we make 8 with these remaining? We would want to make 17. So how could I do that? 9. No, that wouldn't work. I need to either make 18, or I could just do. No, I couldn't do that. 18, 9. Okay, or 17. 14, 18. I believe this would be right. Right? 9, 13. Or wait, I need to make. Wait. I need to make an 8, so I need 17, not 18. That would turn the 9 on, which I could do. I could just do that and then do 5 and 8. Because that would be 9, this would be... So yeah, we'll just do it this way. And then we just need to make 5 and 8. To do 5, I could just do... I would want to do 14. So 14... I could do... 7, 5, 2. That gives me 14. I need to make 8. And I could do 9, 8, 1 to make 18. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I need 17. 6, 6, 8, 4. 14. That would be 17. There you go. F? What does that mean? I thought I was doing so well. Got 9 holes into an F. I don't know what the F means, but I do know one thing. What's that? This time there's 9 holes, you need to insert the 9 pins. That's boring. Well, why don't we just try it, alright? F. Okay. So... Are we gonna try to make the same digital root across all forms? Is that possible? F. The frick does F mean? This is supposed to be like... We have to insert all 9 anyway. So, what do I need to do? What if I... Okay, so if I... Okay, wait a second. Can Can I make? All right, so let's make it. What would be the easiest way? We add 5. So if I did, let's say I just did 9 plus 5 is 14 plus 1. So that would be a digital root of 15, so that would be 6. If that's a digital root of 6, I'd have to do this to make 6. 3 plus 5 is 8. To make a 6, I would need to do 15, so I'd put the 7 here. Because that would be 8, 15, that's 6. 2, 7, this would mean to be 8. This would be 17. Yeah, that would work. 24, I think. Right? Because that would be 12, 5, 16, 17, 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. Is that right? Wait, 6. I think this is right. 12, 15. That'd be 6. That's 6. 14 plus, that's 6. 11, 15, 6. Yeah, this is all. I just made the digital root of 6. For all of them. I didn't do anything. $15. Oh. Wait, I made 15. But to make them all add up. Wait, I literally made them all add up to. Oh, I had to make them all add up to 15? 15. If I do this, that's 15. That's 11. That's 15. That's 15. 9. That's 15. That's not 15. It's almost 15. 3 is 9. Okay. That's 11. That's 15. 15. Not 15. So 5 seems like the unlikely. Okay, so what would I have to change? What doesn't add up to 15? 8, 12. So this would be, let's see, if I did 7, or wait. So 13, 15, 15. This would be 15. That's 15, but this is not 15. That's only 12. Which means I need to get a bigger number down here. This would be 14, which doesn't work. So if I wanted that, I think I need to do a smaller number in the middle, I think. Let's try putting like a 3 here. Let's make 15. I can't do 9 plus 3. Cause that, okay, that I can't be a 3 because I can't do 9 plus 3 ever. I do 1, 10, 15. If I do 8 here, 13, 15. This would have to be a 6. Well, that doesn't actually work because this is already 15. So this 9 can't go there. Here's a 5 can't go there. Let's try like a mid number like 3. Or not 3. Try 4. To make 15, I would have to do, let's see if I did 3. Okay, so that's 13. 15. This would have to be an 8. This would have to be a 5. And then that would, how about then 9? That can't be next to a 6. So how do I get to the, so 6 and 9 cannot be close to each other. 9 and 6 cannot be close to each other. So 6 should not go in the middle. 3 shouldn't go in the middle. What if I do something like 7? No, I can't. It has to be a small number in the middle because I have to do 9 plus plus. This makes 15. That can't work. That makes 15. I could do 11, 4. 9 plus 3 is 12. That doesn't work, even though... Yeah, so this doesn't work. So 9 plus what? Okay, so I need to do it. All right, so here's what I need to make. Let's do it this way because 9 is going to be the hardest one. I need to basically put 9 there, and 6 and 3 cannot be here, here, or here. So the 6 and 3 have to go in one of these 4 spots. If I do them next to each other, 9, nope. So let's do, we have to do like this, I think. Because if those 3 are next to each other, that doesn't fly. So if we wanted to make 15 now remaining, I'd probably want to do something like 2, because that'll make 15. That makes 7. That would make 8. This would be 9. 10 would be 15. That would be 15. This should work. That should be right. 12, 15. 12, 15. Oh, I can't do that though. Shoot. 14, 15. 14, 15. 9. Oh my gosh, it's all 15 except for this one row. Oh, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Unless I... What if I... Shoot. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 9, 6, and 3. Those are good placements. 9, 6, and 3 are where they need to be, is my assumption. What other numbers can't? Okay, so 1, 2, and 3 cannot be next to each other. So that means if 1, 2, and 3 can't be next to each other, and that means that 1 probably has to go... The big... Either if we're going to put a 1, it's... Okay, so it's likely... if we're going to do a 1... This should be... Or wait, this is 6. Sorry. So if we need to use a 1... We need to make 15s everywhere, is my understanding of what the game told me. So, what I need to do then is, where can a 1 go? 1 cannot be in the middle, I don't think. Because that would only make 4. And I can't make 15 from 4. So that would tell me that... Let's see, where could 1 go then? 1 has to go with the 9. But then it can't go with the 3. So 1, 2, and 3 have to be different. Cannot be the same. The 2 with the 3 would make 5. That still wouldn't work. So that means this 3 likely has to go here, actually. And 6 goes something like there. That way I can put, say, 2 here or something. That would allow me to put 7 here. This would allow me to put, 5 here. 1 would go here. That would be... And then that's not right either. Because that only makes 12. So, what does this tell me? What this tells me then is, okay, if I can't... So I could put, let's see, if I made 6 plus 3 is 9. If I make 6 plus 3 is 9, I can't do it because there need to be a 6. So I think I'm still correct in that. Do I put the 9 here and use it? What if I... Okay, let's try it this way. 9 here. 3 here. 6 here. Because if I made 6 plus 3 is 9, I'd have to use a 6, and I'm already using the 6. So if I do it like this, let's say I did 1 here. I think a bigger number has to be in the middle. The problem, well, here's the thing. The highest I can go is, let's see, the highest I could go would be 5. And then that would put the 1 here, which means the 3 cannot be there. But the problem is in the 3, the 3 can't go anywhere on the board then, because that would make it 12, and I can't make 15. So the 3, so this has to be less than 5, because the 3, because the 3 has to be, it cannot go in any of these 4 slots, or I guess these 5 slots, or 6. The 3 has to go here. The 3 can only go here. That's just how it is. The 3 can only go here. If I do this, I'd have to put the 1. The problem is the 1. How can I use the 1? So it's uses the least number of numbers. If I do a 1 here, no, okay. So what if we did 5? No, it cannot be a 5. If I do 3, 12 plus nothing gives me that. If I do 9 in the middle, I can't do 9. The reason I can't do 9, I can't do 6 through 9 because the 9's going to have to play off of the middle number. So what can I use for the middle number? If I can't use 3 because of the 9. So I have to use 1, 2, 4, and it looked like 5. Let's try 2. If we do 9, well, we can't use 2. Wait, so we can't use, if we have to make 15. Hold on, am I doing this wrong? Things added up to 15. That makes me think I have to make an equation of 15. And not the square roots of... Okay, if that's the case, then let's go back to this. 9. Let's do 9 here. If I wanted to use 4, that would be 9 plus 4 is 13. That makes it 15. 6 could go... Okay, so let's think about this. 6 has to go in one of these 4 slots. It can't go with the 9. If I do 6 here, and I would do 10 and make 5 here, that would force the 1 into here. But now we have a problem, because once we do 5... Does this even work out? Because the 1 has to... How do I make 15 with... I have to have 5 here then. 5 has to go here. I have to do this. There's no other way to do it then. Because that has to be 15. Which means the 6 and 3 cannot go in any of these. So 6 probably has to go here then because of the 1. I want a bigger number. That would be 7, but then that makes it 8. So maybe that's not the case. If I do an 8 here, that would make 13, then this 2 would go here. 11 would put a 4, but then that's the problem then, is if I do that, is then I leave a number too small for here, because that only gives me at most 12, so that can't be correct. So that means that do I isolate the 1? Well, the 1... Okay, the 1... I'm gonna have to use the 1... Let's start with the 1. Where's the 1, though? The 1's gonna have to go through the middle. No matter what. think every box has 3 connections to it. Let's just start with one here. How do I make 15 here? No matter what I do, the 1 has to go through the middle, I believe. The 1 has to go through the middle. That means this has to be 5. That has to be this has to be the equation. It can't not be that because or wait, hold on. No, I'm thinking about it wrong. Wait, okay, so the 1's the confusing part because it's so low that the creative 15 I could do 8, that's 9, and then do 6. I could then do 9 and then 5. This gives me 15. But I have to use the 9 here. Then I have to use 9. I have to use the 7, 8, and 9 with the 1. So how do I do this? So 8, I would have to use another 7. So I can't use a 7 here. So that means I have to use the 8 and the 9, right? Because let's see, no, 8. I can't do 1 plus 7 because I would need another 7. I could do the 1, 8, and 6. Can I even make 3 combinations of 15 with a 1? I don't think I can. This is not possible. Okay, so it's not about addition then. This can't be about adding them together. If this is about adding them together, this is an impossible puzzle to solve then. Because you have to use one if you want to make 15 with a 1 and you only have options 1 through 9, you can't use 1 plus 7. So you can only use the make 1 with an 8 and a 9. So it can't be addition. Because 1 plus 7 is 8, and you can't get 15 because you already used the 7. So that means that this is not about arithmetic. This is not about arithmetic then. Needs to add up to 15? That's what I just said though. It said you have to add up to 15. But how can that be with a 1? Or do I just have to make it add up to 6? But I thought I already did that. I thought I made everything add up to 6. If I make everything add up to a digital root of 6, for example, 9 plus 4 is 3, plus 2, that's 15. This is the digital root of 6. 10, 5. 9 plus 4, 14 plus 1, 15. Digital root of 6. 1 plus 7 is 8. No, 1 plus 3 would be 4. Wait, hold on. Digital root of 6. 5. Digital root of 6. If I do 2 and 3, that's a digital root of 6. 3 plus 5 is 8. This is 15. That's a digital root of 6. 9 plus 2 is 11. That would be 15. Digital root of 6. This would be 15. 8, 12. Digital root of 6. 14. Digital root of 6. This is digital. All these are digital roots of 6. 1 plus 6 plus 1, that's 15. 1 plus 9 plus 5 is 15. 5 plus 7 plus 3 is 15. 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 9 is 15. 15. Everything is 15 except 1, 2, and 3. That just adds up to a basic root of 6. So if the puzzle's not going, I've made digital roots of 6 for all of them. 15. All of them are added up to a digital root of 6. So, what does that mean? That means I need to add I don't understand how I'm supposed to do this. then, because what? So this makes 15, but so how else could I use this to be 15? 8 plus 5. Oh, let's see. So I have to use a 1. Okay, but this isn't. Wait, but is it? Wait, there has to be a solution. I get that. But this is where it's really weird. Because, like, okay, if I want to make 15, I have to make 15s using. I have to make 3 15s using the number 1. I have to do that according to what I am aware of this puzzle. I may go back and explore more just to make sure. But if I have to assume that all the lines need to add up to 15, or wait. Is it the F? Is it only like certain lines have to add up to 50? No, it can't because I already did that. So if I had to make actual 15s, which I have done everywhere except this line right here, what could I possibly move here to make 15? Nothing. Nothing I would do. Because what would I do? You can't, I'd have to use 7. So, yeah, there's no other way to do this. I'm gonna go explore some more. I'm gonna go explore some more because it's clear to me that this is impossible as of now. Is there anything else in the room? Like an extra... something. That's not, it's empty now. Empty now. Liquid, not sure what it is. In other words, every line of 3 pins needs to add up to 15. That's impossible. How do you make 15 with 1? Unless it's not actual 15. I made the digital root of 6. Well, it's not digital root of 6 because I made the digital root of 6 and all of the components and it didn't work. So it's nothing to do with the digital root. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. I can't use the 7 with the 1 to make a 15. I'd have to like somehow route it through. This is so confusing. Cause I'm gonna have to make 15 unless I can only okay. Junpei, do you know the sum? Yeah, it's 15. Alright, so what are the sums of 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus... They're 10. Oh, the 5 needs to go in the middle. I'm an idiot. I'm kind of bummed that he gave me the hint there. Wait, I put the... I actually, like... That sucks, dude. I actually tried to... I tried to, 8. No, that's not right. Wait. 15. Is it just the... Wait, I'm confused. I mean, I know the 5's in the middle. can't just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? This better not be the puzzle. Okay. But the ones... Wait, unless it's supposed to be like 5... 9, 1... But the problem is the one, because you need to make 3 sets of 15s, right? You need to make 3 sets of 15s. So I can put the 5 in the middle, but the one can't make 15 going 3 directions. That's the problem I'm having. Because yes, you'd have to, or wait, hold on. What if I did this, and then I did this, and then this? Then I only have to make 2. Okay. I'm such an idiot. I feel really dumb right now. Power's on now. I don't know why I got tunnel vision and I couldn't figure it out. I thought I tried 5 in the middle. I guess I just didn't do it right. I must have been close. Green button, red button, lever. What the hell is this? Where did you find this? What is that? Where do you find it? Find it while you were messing around with the pinholes. It looks like instructions for this thing. Find what it says here. The thing is a remote control for that. That. Yeah, that. This point. Oh, that machine over there. Apparently it's called the Pushmaster 5000. Are you serious? Whatever are you supposed to do with the Pushmaster 5000? You see over at the top of the crates? Yeah. Do you want to know what the deal is with it? I do. You want to check it out? Yeah. Alright, I think we're going to get there. Well, we'd have to pile some crates on the right side of the fence. Maybe we make a path with the coffin from there. But how would you do that? Line up the crates, I guess? Yeah, sounds about right. Here's another Zero's puzzles. Anyway, let's give it a shot. So the puzzle Pushmaster 5000 out of a battery. So to keep it from using energy too fast, it's been programmed so it'll only tell me once its path is completely programmed in. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Sorry guys if I'm dumb or whatever. I don't know why I didn't put the 1 in the... I should have... I don't know why I didn't think of that. That was honestly really easy. Oh well. Instructions for a machine called the Pushmaster 5000. Order to... You can move in 4 directions, not diagonally. Let's see. Reset. 50 moves. When a square adjacent to the Pushmaster is pressed, it'll move to that square. If there is a crate in the way, the Pushmaster will push it. Move the crates appropriately and efficiently. Oh. Oh. I suck. I don't like that it gave me an extra move. Dumb. No, stop! I should just do reset. Sorry. I'm legitimately not trying to give myself extra help. I'm really not. Okay, so I need to push that over. Okay. Okay. Okay, well I can do it in 53, so... They give me 53, okay, well... Stop! Okay, just be quiet and watch. See, it's moving already. Oh, look at that. Awesome, the Pushmaster 5000 did just what I told it to and line up all the crates. Great, now I can reach the coffin. We just need to climb those crates over by the fence. Coffin, huh?
Mummy!
Oh.
Just kidding.
Really?
Whatever. Just open it.
Okay,
That coffin
okay.
looks a lot like,
A small key and a gun?
Yeah, a revolver.
It looks pretty old.
I wonder if this is a replica.
This thing is... Are these real bullets? Oh, if this is real... Oh.
You're not gonna take it?
Of course not. All something like this is gonna do is cause more trouble. It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage. Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in enough danger already.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Maybe Zero put this gun here, hoping that something like that might happen.
Maybe we need that golden
other
gun for
words,
something.
Maybe he put it here to make us fight each other.
In that case, we should most certainly leave it here. I, for one, have no desire to let Zero control me.
Me neither.
Okay, we've got that figured out. But you aren't gonna leave that key in there, are you?
Of course not. We'll take that with us.
Okay, did we make sure that we don't get screwed? Yay, looks like it's open, Jumpy. I see this key should open this door. Okay, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Opening. So I'll be curious to see how this plays out. You found it.
A long hallway, huh?
Let's check it out.
Wait, why did I get... Why am I on adventure screen?
We've seen this elevator before.
We got off the one on the left just a little while ago.
Then we went through the number 6 door, and that took us to the engine room.
Yes, and after that we passed through the cargo room.
And now we're back here.
In other words, we made a loop. We're back where we started.
Junpei approached the elevator.
We needed a card to get to this point.
I don't see a card reader here.
Perhaps we aren't able to activate it from this location.
Why don't you just try pushing the button?
Yeah.
Gently push the triangular button on the wall. Moment passed.
It works.
Elevator door open and then eventually shut again.
I think so.
Pushing the button, it apparently restored power to the elevator.
Good. Now we can go back if we need to.
What do we do? Should we return to C deck?
No, this hallway keeps going. Even if we do end up going back, I think we should see what's down there first.
I agree. Let's go.
The decision made, Junpei and his companions left the elevators behind and continued down the hallway. Sometime
Looks
later,
like it ends here.
Santa, who had been walking several paces in front of the rest, suddenly stopped.
Only one door.
They searched around just
There
in
isn't
case.
anything else. It's the only way to go.
It was the door
All right.
or nothing.
Let's open it.
Junpei took a deep breath, readied himself, and grabbed the doorknob and pulled the door open. Paused for a moment, stepped through into the room, and there he saw the number that he hung over their heads since they'd woken up. 9.
The 9 door.
Ooh, I got chills. Like the number on every other door, this one too was a rough shape made of red paint. Goes to the back of the room. Junpei looked toward it with a sudden burst of hopeful energy. It was a large double door, heavy, full of solemn importance. Grabbed the door handle and shook.
Of course it wouldn't be that easy.
Well, yeah. The red sign on the wall next to the door. Just wait on it.
Vacant. Huh. We finally found it.
Junpei felt himself overwhelmed by the torrent of emotion. At last, it found the exit, but cold gripped his heart, and he knew all too why. At least it froze, unsure what to think or
Jumpy!
feel.
Huh?
Look! Behind you!
He spun around. I couldn't believe what he saw.
What? A 9 door. There's another one. Why?
Junpei's voice was barely audible, even to himself. He stumbled over toward the second door as if somehow compelled. A small single door. It was sat in the starboard corner of the room with the same wall. Door they entered from, but in
It's
the
9,
opposite corner.
no matter how you look at it. The red is there too. So this is a real one?
Junpei shook the door handle pointlessly and muttered to himself.
Why the hell are there 2 doors?
It was Santa who answered.
There were always 2 doors. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Of course, we just assumed that there was only one. After
True.
all, why would there be more than one?
True.
Oh, man. We fell for it. There are 2 doors. That means that all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape. No one would be left behind. Now it makes sense why the bracelets are numbers. 1 through 9, divided into teams of 4 and 5 people. The digital root of both teams ends up being 9. Take 1278 and 34569 for example. The digital root for both teams would be 9, or 2349 and 15678. The digital root is still 9. There are a bunch of combinations that work and they all end up the same way. If one team has the digital root of 9, so would the other one. What does that mean? The answer's simple. From the very beginning, the Nonary game was designed to save all 9 people. That's how it was meant to be.
Well,
Zero didn't lie. He never said there'd be only one 9 door.
true. Too bad the 9-man was
But
just
anyone
like,
who found
oh!
themselves in the game would have assumed that was the case. Fights would have broken out. One team would likely betray or deceive the other. Someone might be hurt. Someone might get killed. But eventually, they'd reach this very same room and realize how pointless all their infighting was. There were 2 doors. There was no need to kill each other.
Yeah. They don't understand and be appalled, overwhelmed with guilt
This
by what they've
game
done.
was designed for that purpose. This Nonary game. We were all arguing and fighting over doors at the beginning.
True.
But if there had been one slip-up, one tiny mistake that led to more, everything could have been so much worse now.
The thought of it sent a chill down his spine.
So, what are we going to do, Junpei?
A voice broke through Junpei's frantic thoughts. Santa's voice.
Oh, right.
Hey, keep it together, man.
Sorry.
Jeez. So what do we do?
What do you...
So many 9 doors.
We need to think about our next step.
Our numbers are 1, 3, 5, and 6. That's a digital root of 6.
The 4 of us can open the number 9 door.
The 4. Wait. Don't tell me.
Yep. There's one combination that'll let 3 of us open the 9 door. That's why I'm asking, what now?
What now?
It took him no time at all to determine the answer. There was only one combination of 3 people that would have a digital root of 9. 1, 3, 5. That would mean
No, we gotta go back.
that wasn't a possibility he was willing to consider. Santa and Ace
Yep.
agreed.
I agree. We cannot leave June behind.
Jimmy let out a breath. He hadn't realized he'd been holding.
Are you sure? I don't mind staying.
June's body betrayed her true feelings. Her eyes were wet with the beginning of tears in her
It's
lips.
okay. There's no way we'd leave you behind.
Santa had said what Junpei had known the moment he realized which 3 people could
Besides,
go through the door.
I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest. Maybe I'll get to go to Atlanta.
Are you sure you don't mean Atlantis?
Huh? Oh, right.
Junpei's... Maybe it's better to just ignore that. Santa and Ace
You
smiled.
guys.
Dribbling tears from her eyes. It could be. Hi, Tess.
Very well.
Catch a brave
Best
team.
we
There
head
you
back
go,
to
there you
C
go.
deck then. We should be able to take the elevator we passed earlier. Perhaps Clover, Seven, and Lotus will have returned from door 1.
Even as Ace spoke, they knew finding the others wouldn't
But
improve the situation.
Even with all 7 of us,
Ace knew it. They all
Standing
knew it.
around here isn't going to accomplish anything, don't you agree? Let's find the other 3 first, and then search for another solution.
I guess you're right.
All right, let's go.
Ace looked at all 3 of them, turned, and headed
Yeah.
through the door.
Okay.
Santa and June
Huh.
followed. Junpei started toward the door and then
Come to
stopped.
think of it, what is this room?
Didn't seem terribly important now, but what
We were
exactly
so
was
focused
it?
on the doors, we didn't even look around.
A red carpet ran between 2 columns of wooden benches that ran the
Huh.
length of the room.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony, but what kind?
Facing the 9 was a carpet leading to the bow of the ship, and at the end, was it an altar, perhaps? Small rectangular alcove with the carpet. And inside the alcove was a raised platform. Resting on the platform was a
Huh.
coffin.
A coffin? What on earth is a coffin doing in a place like this?
Before Junpei had time to answer the
Hey,
question,
Junpei, the hell are you doing? Let's move.
Santa's voice echoed from the hall
Right,
outside.
okay. I'll be right there.
Junpei turned on his heel and left the quiet, somber room. We heard that noise before. Oh, gives me the heebie-jeebies. I think Snake is in there. They took the elevator up to C deck. Once so they head back down the main hall to the central staircase. Gosh, it gives me the shivers, dude. Didn't take them
it's
long.
Seven and Lotus.
They didn't look happy.
We've got a problem.
Where's
Clover is
Clover?
gone.
What?
Two companions, three companions looked at one another. He turned back to Seven and
What do you
Lotus.
mean, gone?
Santa, Ace, Juno, their own
When?
questions to ask.
Why?
You two went into door 1 with Clover, didn't you?
Alright, so I know. So what I know is when we went through door 1, we found the body of that captain that had a jacket on that looked like Snape's.
Yeah, we went through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
Huh.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She just said, I'll take care of this one.
And shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
We waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
So I kicked down the door and we went into the room.
But
It was empty.
Clover wasn't there.
There was a door on the other wall.
And it was open.
We figure she opened the door and left by herself.
We ran after her, of course, but
Well, obviously we didn't find her. Figured
That means she cleaned up the body.
Clover's gone.
We found the body in there.
When did this happen?
we got here just before you.
You certainly have excellent timing.
So you haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase?
No, we haven't.
Finally, Ace spoke. It was an edge of resolve
Very
and
well.
concern.
then. We'd best separate and look for Clover. We haven't much time left. Let's begin.
Yeah.
With a quick nodule around, the 6 remaining players spread out. Junpei and June ran to the large hospital room together. As quickly as they could, they searched around under the beds.
She's
and the
not here.
corners.
No, she isn't.
All right, just in case, we should go take a look in the shower room.
Shower room?
That's where her brother is. She might have gone to see him.
She bit her lip. She knew Junpei did. One thing in the shower and it wasn't pleasant.
We might as well check, right? Let's go.
Finishing just yeah. Screwdriver
Good.
stuck.
We can still get in.
We
Yeah,
should
that's
thank
what it
Seven
does.
later.
7 did. So the door, moved to the hallway, so to the shower room.
No luck.
Yeah, I don't think she's here.
Yeah, her voice as she pushed her hands over her mouth. And
The smell is horrible.
This room was also unbearable. It had grown far more unpleasant since last week. He didn't let she would have had to be able to retain it. He wanted to leave the room as soon as possible, but he had to be sure. He wanted to be sure was to check the other
Let's
side
check
of
the
the divider.
back, just to be sure.
You never know, resistance to walk weekly to June as he had to around the divider. Okay. Now. LR. At first I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. This is a message from Snake, but then I'm like, wait, he is blind and probably couldn't do that.
Oh, she's not here.
I think the Clover was nowhere to be seen. The only thing on the dead body laying in the red just brown puddle of grime.
Snake, just where did your sister go?
It's not Snake, by the way.
Ugh,
He asked rhetorically, of course, as there was no way to answer.
such a horrible way to go. The skull shattered, the left arm's hideously twisted. Wait,
The bright white of the ulna, clearly visible through the remains of the skin and muscle. Bright white. Ulna.
bones.
The pieces fell into place. Do you remember something Clover I told him in the laboratory?
My brother's left arm is...
Snake? Snake?
It's not like a normal person's. The accident hurt him really bad.
Of course. Of course. Why didn't I realize it earlier?
Clover had told Junpei that Snake's left arm was prosthetic. Left arm of the corpse left behind the divider was clearly a real human arm, or at least it had been once. That meant the corpse?
Jumpy?
June's unsure voice that Junpei's suddenly strange behavior drew his
Oh,
attention back to
sorry
her.
for making you wait. Let's go.
Snake is alive. He's alive! Junpei and June headed toward the bed at the hospital. They shut the door and out of the shower room. From the hallway, they went searching for Clover. In every corner, they reached the stairs, went. Seven appeared brothers and yelling.
Junpei! June! Where were you guys?
He looked pale, his face was drawn. Something terrible had happened. Junpei's breath caught in his throat.
Did something happen?
Seven drew his shaking hand across his face and gulped in a breath of air.
Clover is dead.
No way.
I found her in the first-class bathroom.
Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Okay, so 7 wanted to come here. All sound ceased for Jupiter. The rose empty, muffled expansion. They began to hear his own breathing. His mouth moved, but he heard nothing. He tried once more, and then her energy was gone. She collapsed against the wall. He could have helped her, but he hadn't, and now she was dead. So he stood there frozen in place.
Clover, why? Why did this happen?
He forced his body to move. He still felt like another nail pounded in his heart. He was in front of her. What's in the pockets? He placed 3 fingers against Clover's neck. No pulse, no breath. But she was still warm and her eyes were closed peacefully. It would have been easy to think she was asleep. Easy as they were not for the slowly expanding puddle of blood beneath her. Tracing swords to her back. A gash just between her shoulder blade? Was a knife a weapon, a knife, perhaps? If it was a knife, the killer had taken it when they left. When he closed his eyes, he saw Clover smile. Oh, she dies in this ending? We never see her smile again. He could have done something. He could have helped her. His stomach twisted into a sickening knot.
Let's get out of here, June.
Junpei lifted a limp June from the floor and carried her from the bathroom.
Are you all right?
A foolish question. He knew
Yes,
it.
I think so.
Voice was weak. Fever had gone down with the emotional scars she received were not likely to recede as quickly. Junpei laid his hand on her shoulder. They walked back to the bedroom.
You should get some rest. Here, the bed. Can you sit?
Yes.
She nodded once and stared at the floor. There were 4 others in the room. Ace, Lotus, Santa, 7. They all stared at nothing, their faces drawn and tired. After a while, they drifted into the bathroom to see Clover's corpse themselves. So everyone was back in the bathroom. Junpei walked slowly to the center of it and looked around at the slumped figures.
Who was the first to find the body?
7
Me.
7 spoke from behind Junpei. Turned around. His
Why
hand was
did you
up.
come to this room?
To look for Clover. Why else? I found her body in the bathroom. As soon as I did, I ran outside. I got to the top of the stairs by the casino and yelled as loud as I could. Hey, guys! I found her, but it's bad. She's in the bathroom in the first-class cabin. Come quick! Or something like that. Then I went back to the bathroom. Ace, Santa, and Lotus showed up real soon after that. But I guess you two hadn't heard me or something because you didn't show. So I took off down the stairs to look for you. After that, I mean, you know the rest, right?
Junpei nodded, closed his eyes. There was one more thing he needed
7.
to ask.
There's one more thing I'm worried about.
What?
You stuck one of those plates in between the door and the frame, right? Why did you do that?
Come on, didn't I already tell you that? I did it so that the door wouldn't lock, so we could come back to this room? Oh, you think I did it?
Well, I don't know. That kind of depends on what you say, doesn't it?
For crying out loud.
So his side shook his
Follow
head.
me.
There are 2 doors standing next to one another. He opened the one on the right.
A closet?
Yeah.
7 stepped inside. Stood in front of one of the shelves that filled it. Just for a small box. Out of a small metal cube. Looked at Junpei.
This is the reason. This safe. We couldn't open it when we were getting through this room. I figured there might be something pretty important in it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I figured eventually we might figure out what the numbers are for the safe. And if we did, I didn't want to screw around with door 5 again. So I put the plate in the exit door so we could get back in that way. You get it now?
Yeah.
Junpei nodded and looked at the safe. Grabbed the handle and shook it.
Figured it wouldn't open.
It was as locked as it had been where 7 found it. There was one change,
This
however.
is
Just underneath the safe was a pile of fine reddish brown powder.
rust.
Junpei stared at it,
If there's
considering.
rust here, that means has someone opened the safe?
Junpei left the closet. Instead of falling back to the room, someone opened it.
Huh?
It was a cold and quiet. No one spoke. They sat frozen in place by shock, grief, fatigue. The room felt tiny, oppressive, and the thick metallic smell of blood filled the room. Returned and headed toward the living room. Anything to get out of there.
Maybe there's another clue. Anything that might lead us to discover who stabbed Clover.
Quickly, they searched around under the beds and the corners. His eyes caught on the door. The door led to the passageway to the door. number
Behind this
5.
door. The 9th man's body is behind there. Maybe I should have another look at it, just in case.
Quietly pushed open the door.
Ugh.
Smell hit him like a blow to the face.
Oh, the hell. This smell is...
Someone's contracting on one inhaled such faded air. Away from the bottom, so churning with little food there was into a violent froth. Eee. Work. Too much for him and he vomited. A thin stream of yellow water and biofilm before. I don't like those noises. Why does mouth weakly stir the dead body? Chunks of torn flesh lay in the arc around the body, where remained of his intestines is set onto the floor. Full of blood, half dry. My gosh. Broken mass. Blood stains had already dried. What do you notice?
It's gone. His bracelet. It's gone. It was right next to the glasses.
Oh, now the bracelet's gone? The number 9
But
bracelet
why?
is gone. Someone taking it? Turn over and over when I hear its voice.
Where'd Junpei go?
Picked it out into the living room. Should be walked slowly out of the hallway.
Oh, there you are. Were you looking for something in the hallway?
Someone looked up his new
Yeah.
out of the room.
Did you find something?
He thought up for a moment before he
No,
responded.
nothing.
What? Technically, it wasn't a lie. I haven't found anything. In a way, in fact, there was a problem. Maybe should have found hadn't been there. The 9th man's
What's up?
bracelet.
Well, I wanted you to take a look at something.
What is it?
Someone led Junpei back to the bathroom.
Clover.
As Clover's close to him, he felt his heart flip and then fall about his stomach. Something between a sigh and a groan escaped.
What was it you wanted to show me?
The place was hollow and empty.
I searched Clover's body again. A real shame. She was stabbed once in the back, probably by a knife or something. And I found this.
As he spoke, he moved around. Clover said, then knelt down and flipped open her right hand.
What?
He was holding a piece of paper.
I haven't actually looked at it yet. Didn't want to disturb the crime scene, you know? Basic stuff. Well, I did borrow one thing.
What?
Wasn't sure what that meant, but it likely didn't matter.
I'm
Paper was
opening
not
it.
reported. Picked it up, carefully opened it. There are 2 sentences written on it.
Truth
Truth
had
and-
gone, truth had gone, and truth had gone. Ah, now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
What is this? Some kind of secret code?
Something peered over Junpei's shoulders of the note. Junpei stepped away from Clover's body. Into the living room, he began to pace.
A code.
The first clue was likely the phrase sinister hand. Sinister hand means... Oh, it'd be the left hand.
Sinister was a term used in heraldry that meant to the left of the bearer of a coat of arms. The left hand. The left hand. What does the left hand mean?
With his own left arm. Bracelet on his
Does the
wrist.
darkness of the sinister hand have something to do with the bracelet?
Examine the
There's
bracelet
2
closely.
things sticking out on either side of the face. The left and right sides of the face. Left and right. Left and right.
Wait, that's the that's LR in the
Right and
bathroom.
left. Truth is gone. Truth gone.
Truth gone. Maybe those 2 words. Truth gone. Let's finish the sentence around. I'm reading it backwards. Truth gone. E-N-O-G. I was switching the sentence around. Gone had truth, and gone had truth. Now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
Maybe there's something about how they sound out loud. Truth. Gone. Nope. They sounded the same in my head. How about reading them backwards? Gone and truth. Enog and Hittert. What am I saying? Those aren't even words. I doubt that's what the riddle was trying. Wasn't a bad idea, though.
Truth gone.
How about switching the sentence around? Gone had truth. Well, that makes even less sense. Clearly, switching the words isn't going. What else could gone and truth mean? Truth, of course, means something that is correct, something that's fact. In
That's
other words,
what it tends to
something
be.
that is right.
Right and left had gone. Now right is asleep in the darkness of the...
You could then safely assume that gone means left. After all, after someone left, they were gone. But in this case, they clearly refer to their directional homonyms. Then truth equals right, and gone equals left.
Oh, this is the code of the safe. Right, left, right, left, right, left.
The left and right of the bracelet. These two things sticking out. So if I...
Right, left, right, left, right, left. And then... one after another, 8 numbers flash on and off of the face
Wait,
of Jumi's
did it
bracelet.
just...
Check one more time to be sure. It changed the numbers. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4.
Is this the
2,
code of the
1.
coffin?
Huh? Hey, what are those
Hold
numbers?
on, I'm writing this down. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Junpei didn't answer. He couldn't answer. He had no idea what they were either. I bet because so Clover has a note in the first ending. I wonder if we'll be able to unlock it now.
4, 2, 1.
Muttering the numbers to himself over and over, Junpei headed toward the bedroom.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
The alarm bells with the safe again. That was the only device he could think of that was a sequence of numbers. Besides, someone had opened the safe at least once already. Had Clover come to the bedroom and open it? Junior slowly dialed in the neighbors.
1 to the right, 4 to the left. And... Oh,
Finished.
bingo. I knew it was for this.
Small telltale sound of the lock opening. Grab the handle, take a deep breath, pull it up.
Oh, is this some sort of note?
So it's a piece of paper. Really the same size as the one Clover had
Let's
been
see.
holding. Juby picked it up. This is what it said. Fact number 1. The nonary game was played once before 9 years ago. Yes, we know that. Fact 2. The person with the number 2 bracelet attended the game 9 years ago. Yes, Snake did. We knew that. Fact number 3. It was planned by the following 4 people. Cradle Pharmaceutical CEO, Gentaro Hangu, that's Ace. Cradle Pharmaceutical Chief of Staff, Nijigasaki. Cradle Pharmaceutical R&D Supervisor, Hiroaki Kubodo. Majority shareholder in Cradle Pharmaceuticals, Kagachi Musashido. Wait, I bet these are people. I must punish them for the innocent lives they sacrificed. This is the only warning they will receive, that innocent souls might be saved. I now state the truth. 0. Oh my gosh. I think 4 of the members must be from... There are 5 people waiting for him in the bedroom. Ace, Lotus, Santa, 7, and June. He looked at each other, one of them in turn, then slowly placed his hand in the
Sorry,
pockets of
but
his
do you think
vest.
you could all come with me?
Come with you.
I want all of you to go to the big hospital room.
Why?
There's something I want to be sure of.
What do you want to be sure of?
I want to know if the person I suspect is really the culprit.
Wait, then you're saying...
Yeah, I think I've got it figured out. I know who killed Snake and Clover.
The atmosphere in the room changed. Grief was suddenly gone, replaced by tension like a strap of leather stretched to its limits. 5 set eyes stared at Junpei, pretending
Anyway,
not to
if
notice.
you could all please move to the big hospital room. I'll explain everything as soon as we get there.
And almost as if a cue, the bell began to ring. They all heard it. It was the bell from the clock on the main staircase. Time's up. 5 times.
It's 5
let's
o'clock.
see. We've only got an
We
hour
don't have a
left.
lot of time left. Let's go.
Slowly, one by one, they followed Junpei out of the bedroom. Oh
Actually,
my gosh.
before we get started, I was hoping you could do something for me.
Okay, so okay. Junpei stopped in front of door 3 and
Ace,
turned around.
7, and Lotus, could you please place your palms on the red?
Hmm?
Huh?
Why? If we need to get to the shower room, why don't we just...
No, we're not going inside. Once you've authenticated, step away from the door.
Why?
Please, just do it. Or perhaps you don't want to know who killed Snake and Clover.
Junpei's implication was clear and sounded understood perfectly.
Fine.
What about you, Ace? Lotus?
Very well.
Sure.
Quickly, the press their palms on the red. Once they had finished, they stepped away as the door had instructed. 3 ashtrays from the red's
I
panel
have this
displayed.
idea. I don't think this device responds to a hand placed on it. It instead reacts to a bracelet being brought close. You don't actually need a hand.
Junpei approached it and held his bracelet over the scanner. And quite sure he didn't place his palm on it, and instead brought only the bracelet near it. 4th asterisk.
I knew
appeared,
it.
just as Junpei had expected. It's possible to authenticate without placing one's palm on the red, so long as the bracelet was brought near it. Junpei pulled the lever down. Door threw open like a hungry mouth. 9 long seconds passed, and the door shut. Junpei walked back towards the others who were waiting some distance from the door, talking to one another. Santa and Judah joined them as well.
Huh?
Looked as though they hadn't found a chance to break into the conversation yet. As Junpei approached, they turned and looked at him, curiosity playing on their faces. Before long, the other 3 did as well.
What was that about?
How should I know?
Clearly, they were all expecting some
Thanks.
answers.
I appreciate your cooperation.
Clearly, they'd hoped for something more forthcoming.
By the way, Ace, would you mind if I asked you something?
What is it?
Do you know who I am?
What? What kind of question?
Just answer it, please. Who am I?
You're Junpei, of course. Who else would you be?
Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. Actually, I'm Santa.
What?
Ace's voice was full of surprise, but also tinged with confusion and fear. It didn't look nearly as surprised. Santa looked especially shocked to discover he was actually someone else. If he spoke, however, the trap would be exposed. Junpei quickly
The
continued.
clothes I'm wearing, I borrowed from Junpei. And the clothes he's wearing are mine. We had a little swap.
That's ridiculous. Impossible.
So, you're saying I'm not Santa?
Of course you aren't.
Why? What makes you so sure I'm not Santa?
If you were Santa, then door 3 wouldn't have opened for us just now. 1 plus 7 plus 8 plus 3 equals 19. 1 plus 9 would be 10. The digital route would be 1. But the 4 of us just opened door 3. You can't possibly be Santa. Your bracelet number isn't 3.
It's 5, right?
Only then was it too late as Ace realized his mistake. He said his jaw and glared at Junpei.
You're exactly right. My bracelet number is 5.
As he spoke, Junpei lifted his wrist up to show everyone the
Sorry,
bright
Ace.
5.
I tricked you. Of course, I'm not really Santa. I'm Junpei. Who could possibly think I was? It's obvious I'm not. To think I was? Ridiculous. But I guess you couldn't see just how obvious it was. I asked you before, didn't I? What makes you so sure I'm not Santa? And you answered. If you were Santa, then door 3 wouldn't have opened for us just now. Most people wouldn't say something like that. The first thing that would come to anyone else's mind wouldn't be the bracelet number. There'd only be one thing they'd say. One sentence. You don't have his face. Ace, you have prosopagnosia. Am I right?
Prosopagnosia?
So that must mean that Lotus was one of his staff.
What's that?
No clue.
Prosopagnosia is...
You heard Lotus begin to explain to them. Ace glanced at them, they turned back toward Junpei and sighed.
Very well. I confess. I have prosopagnosia. I cannot differentiate human faces. Is that what this was about? You want to mock me for my disorder?
No, not at all. I'm not making fun of you at all. In fact, I feel kind of bad for you. No, the reason I brought this up is that there's an excellent chance the person who killed Snake has prosopagnosia.
Oh?
What do you mean?
Junpei leaned casually against the iron piping of one of the beds.
I'll just come right out with it. I think it was you, Ace. You killed him.
Dang. Junpei was suddenly very aware of 5 pairs of eyes on him. He had their undivided attention now. The room had grown very, very quiet. Junpei took a deep
That's
breath.
ridiculous. What possible evidence do you...
I have 3 pieces of evidence. The first. Think back to a few hours ago. You made us argue over the 3 doors here in the big hospital room. There was no way all 7 people could go through them. Lotus suggested that we sacrifice one of us.
Lotus looked away awkwardly. We glanced at her
And
and
you,
continued.
Ace, said, I'll stay here. Why would you say something like that? It's pretty simple, really. You didn't want us to see the dead body in the shower room. You see, If Ace stayed behind, there were only 2 doors the rest of us could go through. Doors 7 and 8. There was no way we could get through door 3, the shower room. You knew that, didn't you, Ace? That's why you volunteered to stay behind.
Come on now. I think that's going a bit far. I can understand if you're jealous of my bravery, but please don't devalue my actions. I only wanted to save the rest of you. Surely you can understand my altruism.
Altruism, huh?
Junpei stepped into the dark and did something very interesting and lazily began to take a persistent bit of
You
wax out of
already
his hair.
knew, didn't you? You knew that whichever doors we took, eventually we'd end up back in the big hospital room.
What on earth are you saying? Of course I didn't know that. How could I have?
Really?
Yes, yes.
It was not something they'd heard from Ace before. Junpei pulled a piece of wax from his ear. Passing it foot out
Oh
into
well,
the darkness.
that's cool. I've still got 2 more pieces of evidence that say you're the killer. The second is that, as I said earlier, you have prosopagnosia.
Then you mean to imply that a person who can't distinguish human faces must be a bad person? Junpei, they call that prejudice.
No, I am not that stupid.
Then why?
Well, before I explain, I suppose there's something I should tell you. The corpse in the shower room. It's not Snake's.
What?
Ace's face went pale. The others looked confused as well. The body
I
wasn't
didn't
Snake's.
get together right away, but there was something Clover told me. She said that Snake's left arm was prosthetic. He'd lost his real arm in an accident, but the body we saw
Oh,
in the
this
shower
is
room,
giving me so many
let's call him
feels.
Guy X. Guy X's left arm was definitely flesh and blood. In other words, Guy X couldn't possibly have been Snake.
Oh God. No. That's impossible.
Ace had started muttering deliriously to himself, shaking his head back and forth. Junpei was long
Let's
past
say,
caring.
hypothetically, that the killer didn't have prosopagnosia. If that were the case, he would immediately realize that Guy X wasn't Snake. Even if the clothes were the same as Snake's, their faces would be completely different. It would have been obvious they were different people. And yet, they still killed him. Why? Why would they kill a stranger who'd only just shown up? On the other hand, if the killer did have prosopagnosia, it makes sense. They thought Guy X was Snake and killed him.
Does that mean Ace killed the other guy too?
Wait just a moment. Let's say you're right. And I mistook Guy X for Snake. Even if I did, I would have had no motive to kill him. Why would I want to kill Snake?
I can think of at least 2 motives. 1, Snake knew about your past. If he ever revealed what he knew, that would have been really bad for you. You really didn't want that to happen. So to make sure Snake's mouth stayed shut, you killed him. 2, Snake had a grudge against you. You knew that. Or at least you could have easily assumed he did.
Is this implying that
Even
Snake
without
is
exposing
Zero?
your identity, he was a threat to you. You never knew when you might be attacked. You couldn't ever let your guard down. Every moment was a moment he might try something. You didn't want that kind of danger hanging over you. So you...
Hey, hold on a minute.
For the first time since the beginning of Junpei's explanation, someone besides Ace
What's the
spoke.
past that Ace wouldn't want us to know? Why did Snake have a grudge against him?
Look at this.
Handed Santa a small piece
What's
of
this
paper.
piece of paper?
Santa squinted at the paper, began
The
to read.
nonary game was played once before 9 years ago. The person with the number 2 bracelet attended the game 9 years ago. It was planned by the following 4 people. Cradle Pharmaceuticals CEO Gentaro Hongo. What is this?
Slowly, Santa looked up from the paper. His eyes met
It's the message
Junpei's.
from Zero. It was in the safe in the first class cabin.
Suddenly,
Give me a break!
oh, Ace's face was red and shaking. His voice was full of holy
That
attention.
paper is a lie! Someone is trying to frame me!
Me. You said me, right?
Junpei's eyes narrowed and a trap began to close. Oh my gosh! So, Ace inhaled sharply. His eyes flickered out the Junpei to something.
Wouldn't that
anything else.
mean you're admitting you're Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals? Or am I mistaken?
It was as though a switch had been flipped. The color drained from Ace's face and he was weak on his eyes.
Very
were
well.
wide.
I admit that much. I am certainly the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical. Gentaro Hongo. So what if I am? I don't know anything about this nonary game that supposedly took place 9 years ago. Everything on that scrap of paper is bullshit. Someone is trying to set me up, you see? First of all,
Ace stammered as he tried to desperately work himself into a tenable
Junpei,
person.
you're claiming I did this all by myself. Think that over, all right? How could I have killed Snake all by myself?
Not Snake. It was Guy X.
I don't care who it was. You said the killer put this other man into door 3, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Then I couldn't have possibly done that alone. I couldn't have opened door 3 with only myself and Guy X.
Nope. You could have.
Huh?
What?
Ace's face was tight and his teeth were clenched. To be fixed with a level stare, the trap was about to
Actually,
close.
Ace, when you were unconscious, I took something from you. Remember when you were injected with that anesthetic and fell asleep in the big hospital room? Yeah, back then, I took this.
No! You couldn't have!
Ace is ready to move. Junpei
I
smiled.
got you, Ace. Your right hand there tells me all I needed to know. You want to tell me what you were so worried about? What's in your pocket? It's the number 9 bracelet, isn't it? Ace, Guy X, and the 9th man's bracelet. That was all you needed to open door 3.
129.
That's how you killed Guy X all by yourself, Ace.
Hey, I actually called it that
All
it was
you needed
Ace.
was the number 9 bracelet in your chest pocket.
That was one of my main susses. Ace lowered his hand from where it stopped halfway to his pocket. He looked up at the floor, his face hidden from Junpei. All he could see was the corner of Ace's mouth twitching like a dying
If you want to
fish.
play innocent, that's fine by me. Go ahead, tell me. I don't have the bracelet, if that's what you want to do. But if you could take off your coat and hand it to me, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll have to take it from you by force. Right, Seven?
Yeah, it'd be my pleasure.
Someone cracked his knuckles like the sound of gunfire. Uh-oh. Ace roared with laughter. He threw his arms wide and his head back and laughed, filling the room with a sound that scarcely belonged. Then it stopped. His arms came down and his head dropped to look straight ahead of Junpei. Oh my gosh! His face was flat and cold,
Well
devoid of any
done,
emotion.
Junpei. As you so correctly deduced, I have the number 9
Ugh,
bracelet. I
that's
retrieved
creepy.
it while we were searching for the missing hardware for the red. I left the
I
room
hate
I was
those eyes,
supposed
dude.
to
I don't want to
search
make eye
and
contact.
headed to the first-class cabin on beat.
Boy showed no emotion, no sense of remorse, interest. Those boards Zoe was reciting it.
My purpose was to obtain the number 9 bracelet. 9 is a potent ally in the nonary game. Adding 9 to any set of numbers won't alter the digital root.
Yeah, that's
As
correct.
you can see, 9 is a very
See, okay,
useful
so
number.
before this goes up, here's what I want to say. I asked when the 9th man died, he said, he lied to me, he lied to me. At first, I thought I was 7. I wonder if
With it,
Ace lied to him.
One can go anywhere with anyone. It is, I suppose you could say, a game changer. So I made for the first-class cabin to obtain it. In mere moments, I successfully acquired the number 9 bracelet. There was also an unexpected bonus. The knife the 9th man had used. I quickly pocketed both of them and left. I made my way back to where I was expected to be. That's when I ran into Snake. Well, this guy X, actually. I spotted him ahead of me. He was heading for the large hospital room and hadn't noticed me. The man wearing Snake's clothes arrived at door 3. When he stopped, I walked up behind him and called out, "Snake." He turned around. He said nothing. His mouth simply hung half open. He seemed dazed somehow, almost like a man half asleep. Perhaps he had been drugged. It wasn't important.
He
I
has
tend
the
to
same
gloss
jacket
over
on.
little things like that. I was certain that man was Snake. I knew Snake had taken part in the nonary game 9 years ago. Being blind, it made sense that he didn't recognize me immediately upon our first meeting. But why then hadn't Snake said anything to me later? Surely he hadn't forgotten what had happened to him in the nonary game. But not once did he attempt to confront me. Did his lack of sight prevent him from fully recognizing who I was?
Was it the game
or
that caused
perhaps
this accident?
Snake had conspired with Zero to deceive me. Regardless, he was a threat, and it was better to deal with him sooner rather than later. I had to get rid of him before he took action. With quick thinking, my plan went into motion immediately. I held the number 9 bracelet over the red. I waved my own bracelet in front of the red, and then grabbed Snake's arm and shoved his hand against the scanner panel. The door opened. I threw the man through it. 9 seconds later, the door shut. 81 seconds passed.
Wait a second. That's not the right show, Dark Bro. I hope you're doing well, by the way, Dark Bro.
After that, I returned to my post as though nothing had happened. After conducting my own search, I returned to the large hospital room when the 1 a.m. bell rang.
Ace's eyes went cold, his cheeks were hollow and pallid. He spoke only his lips and tongues, with the rest of his head was eerie still. To be clear today, so he took a deep breath and thought about the next question he had to ask. He didn't want to. He knew what the answer would be. He just didn't want to hear it. Junpei swallowed his
Ace.
throat.
Did you kill Clover?
Yes.
Why? Why did you kill her?
She was Snake's sister. It was possible he had told her something dangerous. Additionally, she had gone through door 1. It seemed likely she might have found it.
Found what?
Why don't you go through door 1 yourself? Perhaps it's hidden somewhere.
Yeah, but Lotus and I went through door 1 too.
We didn't see anything suspicious.
Yes. I thought as much after I heard your report at the central stairs. I doubt the two of you could find it.
Hmm?
Huh?
But perhaps Clover was different. Perhaps she had found it. I was, therefore, desperate to find her. And at last I did, in the first-class cabin. I spoke very calmly. Did you see it?
See what?
Don't act as if you don't understand. You were in the captain's quarters, weren't you?
Uh-huh. What are you talking about?
Very well. By the way, what are you doing here, Clover?
What? Nothing.
There's blood on your shoes. It looks fresh. Did you go take a look at the 9th man's corpse? I see. Your silence suggests that you noticed. You saw something, didn't you? You saw that his bracelet was gone.
No!
Clover ran. Waiting for the exit, but Ace stood in her way.
You aren't going anywhere.
Caught her by the collar, she passed him through to the floor.
You're staying here.
No!
He looked back and darted past him into the hallway. Ace followed or run.
Don't you run, little girl.
He was faster.
That was how I killed Clover.
His face hadn't changed. If you feel guilt or remorse or anything one might feel after taking life of another, you mean it didn't show.
son of a bitch!
So his whole body trembled with reason, his voice trembled. Seeing his eyes were bloodthirsty, and those in June's were distorted with anger and hatred. He looked at them and smiled. It was a cold, cruel thing with no humor in it. He shook his head and
I
sighed.
admit it. I've lost. I have lost. Completely and utterly. Don't misunderstand, Junpei. I didn't lose to you. I lost to Zero. Not you. I'm rather disgusted with myself for falling into such a simple trap. I looked the fool. And it was a trap. Make no mistake. I was trapped and manipulated by Zero. The man I killed in the shower room? If he wasn't Snake, then I have no idea who he was. But he was wearing Snake's clothes. And that was no coincidence. He had also been injected with something that reduced his cognition and prevented him from identifying himself or resisting me. And we can't forget the components that were removed from the red before we arrived. I have no doubt that Zero planned all of this. Zero made sure I would kill that man.
No.
It follows, of course, that Zero knew everything I would do. That I would try to take the number 9 bracelet. That I would try to kill Snake. Everything.
How would Zero know that? Suddenly, Junpei remembered the paper he found in the safe. He remembered the last words Zero had written on it. I must punish them. The innocent lives they sacrifice. This is the only warning they will receive. And innocent souls might be saved. I now state the truth. Remember the other words he heard from Clover.
I think Zero is one of us.
Huh?
One by one, Junpei looked at the 5 people. Ace, Santa, June, 7, Lotus.
Zero is one of us? No. Wait, there's one more person. Snake. The man who died in the shower room isn't Snake. That means he's almost certainly still alive. Maybe Snake is Zero. Maybe he made Guy X wear his clothes so that we'd all think he was dead. Where's Snake now?
But
He's
there's
off
multiple
somewhere,
copies of his
laughing at us.
clothes.
If he is
Because he
Zero,
went to the captain's
he must have
quarters.
been lying to us about everything else. Is he watching us?
Well, I believe I've finished with my confession. Why don't we get moving?
So you're just doing nothing more than exciting to describing the weather. Or Santa was the last straw.
What the hell is this shit? You aren't going anywhere, you son of a bitch! We're gonna leave your ass here to rot!
Why? Because I killed Clover? That's ridiculous. Why are you so upset that I killed the little bitch? She was nothing to you. A stranger you only met a few hours ago. Am I wrong? You bastard!
Satan roared and lifted a fist that would likely shatter Ace's jaw, but someone else was faster. It was Lotus. Lotus, she stepped toward, raised a fist of her own, and drove it straight into his nose.
Blindsiding me with a punch, huh? You've got some fire, don't you? I confess, I rather like a tough woman.
He sniffed and wiped a small trickle of blood from his nose with a raised eyebrow.
Well, maybe you'd like another one then.
Before that, let me give you one of my own.
Huh?
Oh, excuse me, time to blame. He snaked his arms around her and pulled Lois back against him. In the same way, he reached into his coat pocket. There's a gun. The revolver. Everyone. How is everyone taking the revolver?
If any of you so much as blink, I won't hesitate to pull this trigger.
Oh my gosh, dude! Were you kidding me? Was it while you were reading the notes?
I've already killed 3 people. Don't think I'm not ready to make it 4.
3 people? What do you mean?
Oh, he killed one of the captain's quarters?
Very well. Let me take this opportunity to illuminate you. The person who killed the 9th man was me.
Oh, because he said...
Although I suppose to be more accurate, I encouraged him to get himself killed. While we were examining the main staircase, he came to me and told me his name. I recognized it at once, so I gave him a little push. Just a little white lie. It seems the settings for the dead were altered. Now it only requires a single person to deactivate the detonator in the bracelet. Investigate what's beyond door 5. We'll meet again later. And with that...
Okay. Have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then. Why is it stopping? God damn it! You lied! Open the door, please! I'm begging you, help me! Please get me out of here! Listen, I was lied to! He lied, it was him! He killed me! Ah!
So Ace did all of that.
I had 4 reasons for killing him.
Good lord.
As I said before, in the nonary game, the number 9 bracelet is of utmost importance. If I had
Okay.
allowed him to keep such a useful tool, he, or it, would have become a
It's so
threat to me.
interesting because in the first ending, like, it's so different because Santa's
As
so
such,
on.
I decided that he should be eliminated early on. I wanted the number 9 bracelet. If I could manage to obtain it, I would be able to manipulate the game as I saw fit. I would be unable to acquire the bracelet unless its owner was dead. That's the second reason. Even setting aside his number, he would have been nothing but trouble for me. He was aware of my past. He knew what happened here 9 years ago.
He was
It was
one of his
important that I
employees.
eliminate him before he was able to disseminate this information. Lastly, I wished to conduct a simple test. A test to see if this nonary game was serious or a poor attempt at a joke. I needed to be quite sure. As such, I encouraged him to act against the rules so that I might observe the outcome.
I don't get your third motive. What the hell happened 9 years ago?
Didn't I say? The nonary game was played. I planned it out, and I conducted its execution.
Why? What on earth was it supposed to do?
I don't really think I have any obligation to tell you that.
He's smart. He was trying to provoke him, and it was working. Police had paid very little attention to Lois after catching the gun and never wavered from her temple. She looked quite pale, and when she spoke, her voice
Hey.
shook.
What's with this gun? Where did he get this?
Why don't you tell her, Santa?
Santa ground his teeth and glared at
Other
Ace.
side of door 6, we found the gun in the coffin in the cargo room, right?
So interesting.
Bastard must have grabbed it when we weren't looking.
So, in one ending, Santa grabs it, and in this ending,
Indeed,
Ace
I
grabs
did.
it. That's crazy.
That was a pretty serious mistake, you know. Just saying you intended to leave it behind.
Ace laughed. A short derisive snort gave Junpei a stickingly pitying look.
Well, there isn't much time left. I'll be off then.
Well, where are you going?
Do I really need to explain? I had assumed it would be obvious. I have the number 9 bracelet, and now I have Lotus.
Wasn't there a door with a 9 on it in the room that looked like a church? That's where you're going, isn't it?
And how do you know that?
Santa told me about it while we were looking for Clover.
I see. Well, you are correct. That is my destination. But now I must say goodbye to all of you. Ah, and please, don't forget my warning. Move and I'll pull the trigger. I don't need her alive to open the door, you know.
As he spoke, Ace began backing toward the door, practically dragging
Shit!
Lois with him.
He's getting away!
But we can't risk it.
Junpei, Santa, June 7 stood frozen. Ace at the face of a man got mad. They had no doubt he would pull the trigger. Ace had reached the exit.
Now, Lotus, open the door for me if you would.
We're supposed to open it and turn and address him.
Goodbye.
He stepped through the door. Fell shut. This pistol's a big, sucky, dumb pain in
Damn
the
it!
butt. As soon as Ace and Lotus got Jupi and the others looked for the door in pursuit of Ace, was Jupi let a hand the door around. There was a noise behind him. He looked over his shoulder. June was kneeling on the floor, breathing
Hey.
heavily.
June, what happened? Are you all right?
Ha! Ha! This is so funny if you see the first ending.
Jesus, you're burning up. Your fever's back. Are you okay?
June's fever had returned again for no apparent reason. Her eyes were watery and her eyelids drooped. Her breath came in
I'm
dry.
okay. Really, I'm fine. You should be worrying about Lotus.
She was breathing hard now. She could barely summon the strength to talk.
But
Juby was sworn. They couldn't leave June alone in the state she was in, but every moment they waited, Ace was farther away. Lotus' life was in his hands. What was Juby supposed to do? June's eyes drifted to June. She managed to
Jumpy, don't worry about me. I just need a little rest. I'll be fine. Don't you remember? I just needed to rest a little bit last time. So please, please save Lotus.
Think about what Ace has already done, Junpei. When he's got what he needs from Lotus, you really think he's just gonna let her walk away?
damn it. You guys go on ahead. Soon as June starts feeling better, we'll follow you. Go!
Juby looked at June. She nodded once and couldn't manage much more, but it was all the confirmation Juby needed. His results.
All right, come on, Seven. We're going after Ace.
Hell yeah!
Santa, you take good care of June. I'm trusting you.
Got it.
Santa nodded. This is so ridiculous. He could hear Seven's heavy steps.
Let's go.
Junpei and Seven exploded in the hallway. Their feet pounded the metal as they ran. Let me guess, occupied. Junpei 7 had finally arrived at the church, exhausted and out of breath. As her lunch struggled to catch up with the rest, frantically scanned the room.
Where are they?
I don't see them.
You think they already went through?
He reached out, arrived at the palm.
Maybe.
Sway from the room. He only spoke. Junpei was already on his way to check the number of doors.
Let's check the red.
Vacant. He spun around. Engaged.
Engaged. It's occupied.
That means Ace and Lotus went through here.
Yeah, it seems like.
Junpei 7 stepped forward from the door. Picture this in the room began to talk.
What do we do now?
Yeah. What should we do? Well, the big door is still vacant, but
The two of us can't do anything with it.
yeah, not even counting how our digital route isn't 9.
Just as soon as they were finding what to do next. I think it's Snake in there. There was a noise. A noise sounded like a.
What's that sound?
Hey, and 7 was with us, and ending 1 too with this. Junpei looked up, surprised. 7 followed suit, his eyes moving around the room with the source of the sound. Monka-esque.
Coming from over there.
Wasn't long before they found the altar. More precisely, what was on it?
The coffin.
Yeah.
Let's open it.
How?
By force.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, you never know till you try, right? The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures.
Who said that?
I forget. Anyway,
Blah, blah,
we've
blah,
got to
blah,
try.
blah, blah. Junpei and 7 looked at the coffin. They grabbed all of what purchase they could and pulled.
Damn it!
See? Didn't I tell you? If you could just pull it open, why would it have something like that?
It's a lock.
Right. So unless I put in the right passcode, it's not gonna open.
Noise hadn't stopped. The fact is, it continued. It got louder, more forceful. What are they supposed to do?
There's some sort of clue somewhere.
Guess we'll find out next ending. They stood there for a few months, then 7 spoke.
Hey, Junpei. I remember you mumbling about some weird numbers over by the bathroom in the first class cabin. You got those numbers by solving the secret message Clover was holding, right? Truth had gone. Or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. What about it?
Well, maybe that number's the passcode for this thing too.
Come on, that's impossible. Those numbers were the code to unlock that safe.
Yeah, but the person who set up that safe in this coffin is the same person, right? Zero set up both of these.
Yeah, probably.
Well, then they might have set the same passcode for both of them.
That's ridiculous.
Why don't you just try it? I mean, It's not like you'll make things any worse.
It'd just be a waste of time. There's no way they're the same number.
How do you know that? You never know until you try. The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer.
Let it go, 7. You tell him. You tell him.
Who said that?
You.
You. Try it. Try
Fine.
it. He knelt down in front and looked at it. Perhaps because he repeated it, the numbers can't be
1438 3421.
quickly. He typed them in. Checked it and pressed the enter button. It only took a moment. It actually worked!
You gotta be kidding me.
There was a click. And with the heavy clunk, it slapped. Someone was set up from inside.
Snake!
You? Why?
Ah, those voices. Junpei and Seven, unless I'm mistaken. Where are the others? Are they elsewhere?
Of course, there was no reason they would have known anything about where anyone else would be. Junpei and Seven looked at one another. There was a great deal they needed to know, but they had to tell him something, however, so they didn't tell. Snake explained to them how he came to be locked at the comp. Apparently, he'd been hit with some sort of knockout gas. Junpei and Seven explained what had happened to the rest of them.
I see.
Nice get
I
up.
believe I got the gist of everything.
You have the
Have I been
symbols.
sufficiently caught up?
No, there was one thing they kept from him. There's one thing ever that neither Seven or Jimmy could bring themselves to say. That Ace had killed Clover. They feared that Snake knew he might go unsafe. If said as much, look, the Snake had climbed on the
That still
coffin.
doesn't explain why you were trapped in here.
We've still got no clue about Zero's true identity, let alone why the hell he's doing all this. Why did he put Guy X in Snake's clothes? Is all this stuff somehow related to that notary game that was played 9 years ago?
Hey, Snake, do you know anything?
Jimmy put the question to Snake. His answer was less than illuminating.
What are you talking about? I apologize, but I have no idea what you're saying.
So, you know, Snake was perhaps not being entirely honest, but that knowledge of
Oh,
Jimmy.
come on, just tell us if you know.
I don't know what to tell you. How can I know something I don't?
But you should, based on everything we know. It's become clear that Snake wouldn't give in at every second this
This is
round.
bad. We're running out of time.
We need to go after Ace.
However, shouldn't sign so. Our power and atmosphere of the chapel was stifling. Junpei 7 Snake simply stood at a loss.
What do we do now?
Glance over at Snake's wrist. Sure enough, you see the two.
The three of us can't make a digital route of 9.
Yeah, we just get 5.
We're stuck here then.
Oh. Hey, I just remembered something.
Okay, what do you got?
What is it?
I found something earlier.
What did you find?
This.
You finally found the pocket one and it's going to do it. So pulls been around the middle. A bracelet? There is no mistaking the number glowing at them.
0. Zero's bracelet.
What did you say? Are you saying that 7 has the number 0 bracelet?
Yeah.
Where did you get that?
Would it have been cabin one?
Clover gave it to me.
She did?
Yeah.
How did she come by it?
Well, she found it. See, on the other side of door 1, A deck, the captain's quarters. She asked me to hold on to it because it was too big and bulky for her to be lugging around.
That must be what was in her pockets when we were there. Too big to tell around that someone wasn't telling the truth.
told us earlier.
I haven't actually looked at it yet. Didn't want to disturb the crime scene, you know? Basic stuff.
Why
Well,
is 7
I did
lying?
borrow one thing.
He probably said that so Snake doesn't find out about Clover.
Did he?
All right, Junpei. Been nice knowing you.
Wait, what?
Come on, man. I'm just kidding. Still, just in case, I want to make sure the 0 bracelet gets picked up by the red. Snake, give me a hand, all right?
Oh, waiting for a response, he started walking toward the door. Junpei and Snake followed quietly. Well, they bounced over the front of the large 2 doors. 7 just put the balls on the red. Once they'd done, 7 put the number 0. Their third asterisk appeared. Now they need to pull the lever. There.
Why isn't it opening?
Well, the third asterisk lit up. It must have registered the 0 bracelet.
Maybe it isn't actually 0.
Huh?
What?
That bracelet may not actually produce the number 0 when scanned. That is what I'm saying. Why don't we try a few different combinations? Perhaps we can determine what number that bracelet actually contains.
Oh, got it.
Junpei nodded. They decided to use the following combinations. Snake Junpei bracelet. Let's do all 4.
Let's try all 3 of us and the bracelet.
So that would be 14.
If this combination works, then the number for this bracelet is 4.
Here.
It didn't open.
Then this bracelet is not full.
Then... let's try Snake, me, and the bracelet. If this combination
be 2.
works, then the number for this bracelet is 2.
Didn't open.
Guess it's not 2.
Then... let's try me, 7, and the bracelet. If this combination works, then the number for this bracelet is 6.
You're scanning their bracelets. That's June's bracelet.
It opened.
Yes, so it would seem.
So I clearly hadn't thought about their experimentation would produce anything useful, but they really rather produce Snake was a useless calm spell. Door slid shut. Junpei's forehead furrows.
That
He
means the
thought,
bracelet is actually 6. But how is that possible? The display on the bracelet clearly shows a 0.
Suddenly from below they heard the creak of granitarian metal. Oh, sound of water.
Oh man, that's not good. I guess our time's just about up, huh?
At any rate, we know now that the door can be opened. Let's go.
But, Snake, are you sure?
Yeah. You know that only Junpei and I can go through this way.
You needn't worry. I have a solution to this problem. My last resort. But if now is not the time for last resorts, then when?
Last?
Resort?
What's his last resort? We're going through a 7? What about June and Santa? I hate this. We just... last resort, Junpei 7... wait, and Snake. They're heading for the stern of the ship and had no time for distraction. I think they ran 7 still.
Gotta admit, you really surprised me there, kid. I couldn't figure out how the hell you were gonna get out of that one. How come you didn't do that right off the bat?
As I told you, it was a last resort. Had I used it at the beginning of the game, I would have come under a great deal of suspicion.
He must have been able, he must be able to make his heartbeat
I
0.
imagine that most people would have taken it to mean that I was 0. Once they'd convinced themselves of that, I wasn't optimistic about my chances of making it out of here alive, let alone unscathed. I felt it best to play my cards close to the chest, as it were. That way, if I were in a situation where there was nothing else I could do, I'd have a little trick up my sleeve. I'd just take my bracelet off.
It is effective. He suddenly removed his bracelet. How? Oh. He must have broken his arm.
My brother's left arm is. It's
But
not
wouldn't
like a normal
Zero
arm,
know
Susan.
that?
It's
Zero should have known that.
It's not a real arm.
Zero should know that.
I know this is kind of a weird thing to say, but I'm glad that's a fake arm.
You don't have to be afraid of the door if you don't got a bracelet.
You are correct.
Walked through the door easily without authenticating. Stepped out the other side, unscathed, and began running down the hallway. All they kept running for a while, and they suddenly came upon a set of stairs leading downward to the right side of the hall. Stop,
I
you're down the
think these
stairs.
stairs connect to the bottom deck.
Doesn't look like it's underwater.
They nodded quickly. Jogged down. It took only a few minutes to make their way to the bottom deck. There was a single hallway. Let's be careful of the speculation, Shoal. Be careful.
Let's go
on
through
this.
that door.
Jupiter threw it open. There was a massive iron gate. A plate was fixed on top of it.
Incinerator?
Incinerator.
Oh my. That doesn't sound very pleasant. Do you see a lever near the gate, perhaps?
Yeah, right over here.
How did you know that?
Well, I'd be happy to regale you with the story. I imagine it should only take half a day or so.
Junpei Grumble gave Snake a dirty look and jogged over to the lever.
If you pull it, the door ought to open.
Got it.
It's because he knows the nonary game. The room of an ancient broke the door open. There was no one, no one that the door saw the way inside. Standing in front of them was Ace and Lotus. Ace still held the revolver in his hand. It was still pressed hard against Lotus's temple. A small dark bruise began to form around his head. Here from several yards away, Junpei could see Lotus was shaking. She was terrified. Perhaps more interesting was what Junpei saw behind them. 9. Another 9 door.
Why? Why is there another one?
The door stopped. Hot 999. The door had stopped. Junpei just tried. Junpei couldn't have been there. It shouldn't have been there. Kind of a warning, klaxon, fill the adrenaline.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place 9 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Oh my, how exciting. You've run quite a show here, Zero.
A terrifying smile twisted
What's the
Ace's
matter?
face.
Too frightened to understand? Here, let me explain.
It said that the incineration system is about to activate. In 9 minutes, this room will be engulfed in flame.
Who are you?
You don't recognize me? I'm hurt. It's me, Snake.
Snake? Oh, yes. You are alive. I'm afraid your bizarre style had me confused. I'm quite glad to see that you're alive.
Ace's voice didn't change. Think around his
If you
teeth.
don't mind my asking, how did you get here? Snake, Junpei, 7. The 3 of you couldn't have opened a door with a knife. Did you use Clover's bracelet, perhaps?
What?
Ah, well, your reaction suggests that you did not.
Hold on. Why did you think we'd have Clover's bracelet?
We felt his chest tighten.
They haven't told you?
Told me what?
Clearly not. Normally, I would take some time and enjoy the moment. But I'm afraid my time is at a premium just now. I'll have to make this quick. Clover.
Don't do it, Ace! Keep your goddamn mouth shut!
Clover.
I said stop it! Don't listen to him, Snake!
What happened to Clover?
Ace looked at him, the corner of his mouth curling into the hook of a cool
Clover
smile.
died.
Probably left Snake's face. He shook his head weakly.
That's not true. That's impossible. It's a lie. It has to be a lie.
Oh, it's quite true. I can assure you of that. I killed her myself, you see.
What?
Oh.
I'm sorry, did I stutter? I killed her.
Snake's face twisted into a mask of rage, molten red rising to his pale skin. His eyebrows shook. He looked at Junpei, disturbingly like a demon.
I would have rather she died with less suffering. A bullet in her brain, perhaps, would have been ideal. Unfortunately, that would have made quite a bit of noise. Circumstances being what they were, I was forced to settle for the knife. The one the 9th man had, you remember.
Sucks.
I believe I caught her just below the shoulder blade. I was rather lucky, in fact. My first thrust went right between her ribs. Her flesh was so soft. My knife slid in so easily. There was no resistance. That feeling was... I confess, I feel rather excited.
This guy's messed up.
It
dude.
is a powerful memory.
I kind of figured though.
Someday,
He
perhaps,
started off the game being
I
so
hope I can feel it
noble,
again.
lion-like. I was like, there's something sus.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
I'm going
Dark
to
broke out.
kill you.
Snake's words were guttural or barely audible.
What was that?
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Ah, so you're going to kill me? Please do. Come now. I'm waiting.
Don't do it! Don't listen to him, Snake!
Stop it, kid. He's screwing with your head.
Is there a problem? What are you waiting for, boy? Don't you want me to send you to join your sister?
Don't! Snake!
Don't do it!
The snake could no longer hear them. Snake could no longer hear anything. Same with like a bolt of lightning. His scream echoed through the incinerator chamber, full of rage
Snake!
and despair.
Snake!
Oh, he actually did end up killing him. Another scream filled the room. It was Lotus. She ran across the room toward Junpei, her eyes wide with
Lotus!
terror.
Hurry! This way!
Takes the LP attack and losing Ace's grip on her, and she made a run for it. He reached down and Junpei and dug behind them.
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
Give me the woman.
He raises
I
the gun.
need her. Without her bracelet, I will be unable to open this door. Quickly now. I don't have time for your shenanigans.
In the center of the room, Snake's body lay eerily still. He looked like a human larva prone and vulnerable.
I see. Then it would seem I have no choice. The rest of you must die as well. Fortunately, I have 5 bullets left. 1 for Junpei, another for Lotus, and the last 3 for that lump of idiotic man you call 7. I will take Lotus's body with me and leave this room.
Incineration will begin in 4 minutes.
Well, it looks as though our time together is at an end. I rather enjoyed playing with you.
Damn it!
Junpei could see Ace's fingers tighten. He could see it begin to squeeze on the trigger. His body tensed to prepare for the capture of the outlet against
Goodbye.
the flesh. It
Kill
happened.
you!
Snake stood up.
What?
What
No!
a badass.
That's impossible!
For the first time, Ace's composure broke. Eyes are Snake lunged forward 1 step, then another. He looked for all the way like a zombie.
Kill you! I'll kill you!
His voice was the mournful wailing of the undead.
Stay away from me! Get back! Stop! If you come any closer, I'll... Get away from me!
Little by little, Ace was retreating. Snake didn't stop. He continued to step in an inexorable approach, his eye squinting with
Listen to
pure
me!
fury.
I said, don't come any closer! Shit! You bastard!
Ace's revolver leapt 5 times. 5 times, and the other sword was with the crack of a bullet. Snake's body twisted as 5 clouds of blood. A pink, fine pigment stripped from his body and disappeared. Junpei didn't have time to ponder what that meant. And then his strength was gone, his legs crumbled and broken.
Incineration will begin in 3 minutes.
Finally.
The snake wasn't done.
Kill you!
What the frick? Holy crap! He half crawled, half slid toward Ace. One bloody arm around himself, around Ace's leg.
Get away!
The other gripped his thigh with strength that should have been long gone.
You son of a bitch! You're a monster! Get off me! Let me go, damn you!
He kicked at Snake with his free leg, driving his foot into Snake's face. His arm, his shoulder. Made no difference. Snake refused to release him. Once the snake had inserted spray, it really didn't release it.
This is it, Ace. We're going to burn to death together.
What?
Incineration will begin in 2 minutes.
Yeah, damn it! Damn you! Get off! Let me go, you monster! Okay, look. Think about it this way. My company owns a wonderful hospital. It has excellent doctors. You're not wounded too seriously. I'm sure
I
they
shot
can
you
fix
6
up easily.
times! You're not wounded seriously! Shut
You don't
up!
have to die. You could be saved. Just let me go.
Pathetic. Begging for your life.
Seminoles began to speak. Junpei could hear tears in their voices and their words.
Snake, that's enough! You can stop now!
Yes! He's right, Snake. You've done enough!
Come on, Snake, let's go! Let's get out of here!
You have to come with us. We have to leave together.
Snake turned toward them. He coughed and blood spat across the floor, and they
I
smiled.
apologize, but I'm afraid I can't do that. You'd best forget about me. You need to leave soon. I'm going to take him with me.
Shut up! Be quiet!
I couldn't save Clover.
That's true, Dark Bro.
My sister died because of me. Perhaps this will begin to atone for that. Perhaps in the afterlife, she can forgive me. Now go. Go now. You have to go.
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
God damn it! Shit! We're out of time! We gotta go!
Sin ran toward the exit. Lotus followed him, but Junpei couldn't move. There were white lines on Snake's cheeks where his tears had washed the blood away. He was broken, body, soul. Junpei felt how his own heart been torn out. His eyes stunned, and he tried desperately to swallow Junpei.
Hey, what are you doing? You have to get out of here now!
Junpei's chest time pulled. Taught by anger, misery, cold feeling of emptiness, pure emotion surged into our alarm with a torn of blood. He could feel building a tremendous wave, growing taller. It broke, crashing down with a thunder.
Snake! Snake!
Junpei's rational mind was gone. He was driven by instinct now, and he launched his sword. He tried to.
Wait! Don't be an idiot, Junpei!
Pulled a hand grab from behind. It was 7. Before he had time, a large man had pinned Junpei's arm. He was falling.
No! No! I have to help Snake! 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 Get off of me! Let me go!
The amount of brawl memes.
10
It's
seconds.
such a very emotional scene. Gosh dang it.
7, 6,
Damn it, I don't get a choice, kid! Don't blame me for this, alright?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Gates 2 and 3 are locked down, beginning incineration.
Junpei felt Seven's fist beat very deep in the stomach and his legs in the mud. Seven scooped him, leapt to the door, and slammed shut behind him. Junpei struggled with a shaky beat. Glanced over, Junpei ran out the door. Small window cut into it. Inside you could see Ace and Snake.
Shit! Damn you all! Why? Why? Why me? I don't deserve this! Answer me! Answer me, Zero! Why? Why? Zero! Zero! Zero!
Clearly, he did something in that game 9 years ago. He didn't know how much time had passed. He didn't know how long he stood there in front of the incinerator. He looked to the side. Lotus' face was ashen, and if not for the hand, he told Jimmy didn't think she could stand. Seven looked old, tired, used. Jimmy simply began to walk toward the open door in the house.
Hey, wait! Junpei!
Junpei, where are you going?
He blinked when their voices broke the silence. He stopped.
You stay here. I'll go get Santa and June.
You're gonna bring them here?
How?
Don't worry about that. Just stay here and wait, all right?
Began to walk again. He looked over his shoulder and watched him and the lows go smaller and smaller. He stared back, not really sure if they could. Turned around again, and he knew where he was going.
I saw an elevator on the way here. If I can get it to work, then maybe...
For long, Jimmy found something with the elevator. There was a button.
Please.
Pushed it and the door opened.
Yes.
He was in the large hospital room. That's pretty nice.
June! Santa!
He kept calling and walked to the center of the room. Are they gone? But tried him, he couldn't find them.
Damn it. Where did they go?
Increasingly frustrated, where Junpei left the large hospital. What is happening? He had no choice. He would have to look for them. Junpei's heart was heavy. He couldn't shake his feeling they were the part of the probably would be wrong to even if he could. With every step he took, his legs probably led. Where could they be? Sometime later, Junpei finds them at the chapel. Subside, but they're on the red carpet. June, no, codenames didn't matter. She was Connie.
Connie!
Cried on him and ran. Lenny rode toward her.
Connie!
He stumbled to a stop. She looked down at her body, lined as so. The icy grip of fear upon his heart. She was still so very still.
It can't be. It's impossible.
Slowly, Junpei bent down toward her. His hands shook, and he felt very cold this time, very high. For her back was moving slowly. Rose really watched her. She reached down. Sorry, I skipped the dialogue.
Connie, are you all right?
Junpei?
Her face was pale and lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank, cloudy, stared at Junpei silently. Showing Junpei wrapped his arms around her back. She was cold, very cold. He tried to convince himself that it was only his imagining. She knows this scene always feel like crying
Man. Connie, what the hell happened to you? You feel...
Junpei, I'm sorry.
Her voice was very faint.
I might not make it.
No way. No way I am going to let you die. I am going to save you. I promise.
Thank you, Junpei. Thank you so much.
Where's Santa?
For everything. I was really happy to see you again. Jumpy? Really happy?
Don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You just gotta hang on. All right, Connie?
Jumpy, did you know you meant a lot to me when we were kids? I liked you for a long time.
Oh my
Junpei.
gosh.
A really long time.
This is... Okay, it's a little too cliche, but we'll take it. You could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his chest. Like a hot liquor. There was a crack of sag from above his head and a voice.
Zero. You son of a bitch! Where are you hiding?
Should be frantically scan the ceiling for the source of the voice.
What the hell are you talking about? No. No, it hasn't. I'm not gonna let it end yet. I'm gonna get out of here with Kane. Why?
Because Zero is Kane.
The wrong path?
Okay, so I have a question. So we always see like a camera, and like when we start, okay, so when we started the game, we felt the bed was like a baseball thing. We're assuming we're seeing everything from Junpei's perspective. Are we actually seeing these from Zero's perspective?
What are you talking about? I told you! I am not gonna lose!
That's because I'm Zero. Am I Zero? You didn't have time to find out what that meant before. You heard the door slam shut behind them. Spun around. There was no one there? Was it Zero?
Connie, wait here. I'll be right back, I promise.
She managed a single nod. He laid her back down, Julian left for the door. He yanked it open and shot outside. No one. Hall was empty. There's nothing moving anywhere.
Where are you? It doesn't matter. I need to get Connie out first.
He didn't want to leave Connie alone any longer. He ran head back into the chapel.
Connie!
She wasn't there? She wasn't anywhere? Oh no!
Oh, no! Where is she? Connie! 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 Connie!
Christ with the heavens themselves. He screamed until his voice gave out. He screamed some more, but there was nothing, no answer. His voice and all that room was quiet a few times. That was when he noticed it.
Huh?
A strange smell, one he smelled before.
Wait, this is... white smoke.
Gas? 9 seconds later, Jimmy's mind winked out. Are we gonna wake up in the room? Wait a second. Wait a second. That's the gas that the pharmaceutical company developed, I'm pretty sure. Wait, but okay. Alright. So, why would the gas come again? Every time it doesn't go the correct path, we get sent back to the beginning? Is this gonna be some, like, weird, like, I'm Zero, or is it gonna be, like, some me, like, Seraphim the player, has to engage with the story and, like, guide the characters in some weird thing? Alright, this music's way too intense. So... Alright, we got our second ending. Which means that, we'll have to do our third playthrough next. And then there is going to be I know there's at least going to be 2 more playthroughs. Because there's I have to go through door 3 and deal with that. And then there's a path you can take where I have to go through door 2. Dude, this music's too intense. the end, or is it? If this was the end of the game, chance of loss is not 0 is the achievement I just got. 0 loss. April 4th, 1912. What do you think did it? It's likely everyone's got some kind of role to play. Now it is time. Let our game begin. This was known as the safe ending. Oh, wait a second. Wait. I can go over here now? I'll have to come back to that later. Oh, because it's the save. I see. So Ace helped plan the game. So we got this ending based on these actions. So, wowzers. I'm going to guess I have to go back to this ending at some point. But not right now. I think what I'd like to do instead is I will go through this path. We'll take care of this. We'll get rid of all these, and then we'll go back to this and then figure out if we can do that or not. Holy crap. And then we wake up all over again. See that right there?
Ow,
oh wait.
Scott!
Damn, no.
Well, guys, this has been interesting. We've been going for almost 4 hours. Actually, a lot later than I thought I was gonna play. But everything just kept going. Dude, what if the creaking of the ship is our character going through other playthroughs? Wouldn't that be wild?
That's...
Okay. Alright, we're done. You have a minor suggestion? I would be happy to hear it. Grunt. If you were watching this, alright guys, we're done for now. We got through the second ending. We got through quite a lot tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off here. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope you had a great time. We'll see you next time. For 999.